everyone, how you doing? I am back, and I'm always not sick. Almost, that means I am still sick, but not how I was. Still sick though, but hello, nice to meet you all. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Alright, are you doing okay? Hello, God Kid. Hello, Marbat. Thank you so much for the first today. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? I'm just back from the store. Guess what I bought? Energy drink. Of course, energy drink. Energy drink and the nuts bar. I'm really happy with the nuts bar. I mean, I'm happy that I bought it, but I'm not really happy with the taste. I don't know, either because I'm sick a little bit still, or because I'm still a little bit sick, or because something changed with the time, or because, like, you know, actually nothing changed with the time, just me changed. I don't think it's the same taste anymore. You know, like this feeling when you wanted something for a really long time and you remember the taste of it, like it was really nice back then and blah 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 blah, and you finally buying it again and it's not the same taste as it used to be, and I'm a little bit like disappointed, I guess. I don't know. I feel sad. I feel a little bit sad. Собирай часть моего здоровья. Нет! No, I'm not gonna take your health. No. No. I even remember when I was younger, like when I was small, not younger even, like small. I remember I was like, to my grandma and to my grandpa, like to my grandparents, I was like doing the visual motions, like from my body to their bodies. I were doing the motions, like I'm giving my spiritual energy to them. I was like 4 or something. I was like, take all my health, grandma. So на, шмоль, да, там молька есть даже. Моя считаю, по всей России разъехалась. Привет всем, привет, Bon. Hello, Bon. How you doing? So yeah, I will never take the half of your health. No, I might have taken one life, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna take someone else's health or body at this point. I have one. I don't need any more. So don't you worry. I am not going to do that. Look, guys, what Kima did, by the way. Bum. Look, it's me. Like, I just realized something. It's not like I didn't sew, but I realized something. Kmart drew my hair clip. Like, if you remember, wait, if you remember on my first model, look, I have a hair clip here, right? Like on my second model there is a different hair clip, but on my first model I have like just hair clip and it's golden, right? And I just realized Kima added the first hair clip here, so I have like 2 hair clips, my old one and new one. Aww, that's so cute. That's so cute. You see, on my second model I have the different hair clip. I really like hair clips in IRL as well. That's why I'm doing it. I don't know, I'm a little bit sad that I cannot like wear more hair clips as I would like to, because my hair sadly is not as puffy on IRL as I have on VTuber model. So I cannot really like wear a lot, sadly. I would like to though, it would be amazing. But sadly, real life is real life. Wait, let me calibrate my model, by the way. I think I'm a little bit like wonkier than usual with me. Here we go. She'll be okay because my right eye was a little bit too disconnected. Here we go. I think now I should be okay. Yeah. Man, I won my 3.0 model. Can someone make my 3.0 model? Can someone make me a new model? I will pay you with I don't know, with sweets or something. man! Life is hard when you cannot have another model. I want a lot of models. Like Iron Mouse. I want to be Iron Mouse. I want to have so many models that I will lose count, and someone will at some point make the whole ass website for my models. I want something like this. But yeah, today in our plans is to draw as usual. I mean, not as usual, but as usual. And we need to watch something, right? We need to watch something. I think we're already gonna like go ahead and draw since there's not enough people. I don't really have anything to talk about like this. So let's start right away. Another question is what we're gonna watch though. I think I know already. Mujin. We all love Mujin, so we're gonna start with Mujin. Mujin. Okay. Point. I already streamed today at the second channel. У меня Twitch умирает, к сожалению. Умирает? А что с ним такое? I already streamed today at the second channel, so we're gonna continue kind of what we stopped on like 4 hours ago or so. Yeah, I was basically, I have 2 shifts. I have morning shift and night shift. And morning shifts I stream at my Russian channel. At my Union channel I'm streaming at my English channel. I'm like transforming. I'm like butterfly. I'm like butterfly. In the morning I am still in cocoon, and in the evening I am a butterfly. So basically I'm night butterfly, you can say. Okay. Boing. Oh shit. Oh, it's the second channel. Here we go. Fine. Okay. Mujin videos here. Here we go. Oi. He lives in freaking France. We already know Mujin. Dun, dun. Жень, надо говорить хорошо. Спасибо большое, Бам. Спасибо огромное. Надеюсь, у тебя все наладится. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Uh, I'm trying to find something in the brush setting. I cannot. There it is. Found it. Mm-hmm. Hiya. Imagine just like not being able. First of all, realize that it's all just traced from the pictures all these years, and second, not being able to find the original source all these years. Just imagine. I don't know. Like this picture, I don't know if you see it clearly, but it's pretty obviously traced. Pretty obviously, you can see and realize that there is no substitution to it, as in art form. Like it's traced, you can pretty clearly see it. I mean, of course I can say it right now because I know the truth, blah blah blah, and I saw the original, but still, you know?
Cheeseburger.
Oh, thank you so much for the cheeseburger without cheese. Hello, Rain, go away. Rain, go away. Hello. Did the rain went away? Did it? Did it? Oh, it's a Shaibura. Shaibura. I know this VTuber. Shaibura. Do you know this VTuber Shaibura? Shaibubara. Shaibubara. I know this VTuber. Oh. Actually, that's why I like Vijin. Vijin basically, I guess, takes the how to say it? Takes the cut only from the payment that you're getting. I mean, this cut is still a lot, to be fair. Like if you are selling any commissions that's already like above $300, you clearly like you can really feel the commission, how to say it, the commission percentage that Vijin is taking. But in other cases, that's okay. Like, that's okay. If it's like $70, $80 commission, it's like, it's okay percentage that they're taking. Like, it's $5 or something like this. Still not cool, not so cool, right? But, you know, people who don't really trust you or something like this, they're given a little bit of the security. And you're given a little bit of the security. And I guess, like, you're given easy go win portfolio to certain people, right? So that's kind of okay. I'm still not verified, by the way. Mm-hmm. Emote? One emote? I charge $70 for 6 emotes. The fuck? Pepsnet, what the fuck? Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boo, boo, boo. Ishida Hito this. Hello, how you doing? Mm. I mean, some people hire for the result, but yeah. Oh, she's Turkish. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. The Gishi is live! Hello, Gishi, Alvi. Hello, hello, Siata. Hello. Yes, Gishi. But wait, I wonder if people even know, because Of course, I don't see quite a lot of people here, so... Is people even know that I'm alive? Savage, how you doing? Hi! 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 Look, Larry Kazua, how you doing? Welcome, welcome everyone. I'm glad to see you. How you doing? How, hi! 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 How you doing? I'm ultra tired, but looking at your emote, you're really, really not tired. Are you sure? Are you sure? I misclicked, okay? Okay. I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna let it slip. Okay? Okay? Oh shit. It doesn't matter. Hello, Cleric. How you doing, brother? How you doing? Mm. Okay, look at it with me. Actually, yeah. 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 I mean, still, I don't know how she exactly uses the AI. Like, she's still just referencing but render. Like, what does she actually learned? I don't know, man. I don't know. What is that? Art drama. Hello, Donnie. How you doing? Well, I'm dealing with frustration from an auction company. Was supposed to pick up something today, but they called back, and I need to get to go get it Thursday. Oh, so you just came to the place. They're like, ah, nah, come later, and now you're just here. Hurting but fine. Hurting but fine. At least, do you have a chicken nuggies? If you're hurting, at least hurt with the comfort, you know. What's in just my back has been really bad. Oh no. Do you think it can be stress? I know. Do you hear what's going on outside? Yes, they're after me. That's okay, guys. That's okay. They're never gonna get me. Never gonna get me as long as I'm running. That's okay. Don't worry. Have you ever worried about me though? Hmm? Have you? Have you? Have you? Have you? The truck pump etched at the surface as evidence. Penis. Penis. Cry baby. Hello. Hello. Hello, just. Thank you so much for the bed. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. George. Ooh. 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 mean, fair. Fair. I mean, to be fair, here I don't know what to do. Like, for example, sometimes commissioners come to me with exact poses that they would like to. Like, exact poses. There's been 2 instances when commissioner were like, I want this pose. And they, like, show the reference or the art or the stock reference photo. And I'm like, okay, like, what should I do? What should I do? Like, I'm not tracing, but again, the commissioner wants to one pose, and no one really owns the pose nor composition really. So what should I do? What should I do? Tracing for this artist, there his artist very distinct. Oh yeah. Yes. So delete it? Hello, Marcus. Hello. 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 Blah. Ontem söyle kanka koşuyor peşine what the fuck. Peşine what the fuck. Реально он сдался peşine what the fuck. Лох peşine what the fuck. Oh shit, I just realized. I need to put on the thingy for the VOD.
August 2025. But to this day, she still uses AI on some of her commissions.
Just had to share in a video I've never seen a few months ago, but I can't
She's
find
also
it
running a Patreon
info, but oh no.
art, which is also
well,
AI
when you
assisted.
find
This is one of her most recent YCH commissions on VGen, September 19th, 2025. This was created long before August and has the same skill gap as the examples above, so I'm positive this is AI assisted. She deleted this YCH offer on VGen, yet still does commissions with this YCH to this day. So listen, just if you're curious, YCH means your character here, so they're custom commissions. One offer she had on her page was YCH
huge.
elbow, right? So your character here
Huge.
with your character trying to touch their elbows. And you know, if someone with big boobs tries to touch their elbows, yeah, I think you get the point. This
No,
is
I
why
could
it's
never
central
understand.
So here we'd see 3 different YCH arts, okay? I have to definitely censor that nipple, okay? I'm saying this just to remind myself when I edit, but overall the whole point is that all 3 of these art pieces were done after August 2025, and they're very heavily AI inspired. Oh my god, I actually know this VTuber. This is Alien
What's
Mixture,
the video
man.
about?
The document continues, she was posting previews to gather her audience on Patreon. You can see this also doesn't look like her real art, so most likely AI assisted. So here we can see her posting on Twitter this sketch, right? 1 hour sketch, by the way, saying remove the pasties on Patreon. So if you go subscribe to her Patreon, you'll get to see this art fully nude. This was the appeal. And it's still up on her Patreon to this day, even after this document came out. The document would continue. She also posted that she at least doesn't use AI, but frequently posted anti-AI content as well. So here we can see the meme she made about how she doesn't use AI even though she makes ugly drawings. And we can see multiple different tweets she made targeting AI users, calling them out and saying things like, an artist with a trained eye can notice you tracing over AI. Just a heads up. If you can normally draw, why are you tracing AI? You look like a sore loser. This is AI and the artist is lying.
Let's see afterwards maybe.
Unless they show
you can
actual
send on the
time-lapse.
Discord.
I'm not stupid and your sketch is not a sketch. Always the AI sloppers. Even including a drawing of her character with the shirt saying, fuck AI. Say, she
imagine
made this
referencing
post while still using
AI
in
in
her
this
workflow.
one.
She claimed to quit AI during August 2025, but this was posted on June 17th. Fuck AI, but still use it? So here we can see a 15-second time lapse of this drawing with her character saying fuck AI on the shirt. And I mean, it's very, very clear here, right? That she's just drawing as if she's tracing. There's no reference whatsoever. It's like she's a genius that knows exactly where to place the eyes, the mouth, everything without making it.
Let's see me. Let me see.
But this was posted on June 17th. Fuck AI, but still use it? So here we can see a 15-second time lapse of this drawing with her character saying fuck AI on the shirt. And I mean, it's very, very clear here, right? That she's just drawing as if she's tracing. There's no reference whatsoever. It's like she's a
I cannot say
with
that.
her character saying fuck AI on the shirt. And I mean, it's very, very clear here, right? That she's just
Nah, here, this is what a lot of people don't understand about the distinct art style. I'm gonna show you. This is what people sometimes do not understand, especially people who does not draw. If you have the, I don't have it kinda to the point, but like if you have the specific art style already, especially if it's something like anime art style, which is pretty easy, in my opinion. But like, yeah, something like this, like you can do, like she did a sketch, right? She did a sketch, for example, like this. Like I really obviously do not have any fucking reference. To be fair, I don't know what I want to draw as well, so it's gonna be a little bit harsher. But like, I'm gonna draw like this, then draw like, okay, I'm gonna draw anime like head, like she did, right? Like this. I don't draw anime, but like, trust me, right? But yeah, like, if you have already... Okay, let me just draw my art style, okay? It's going to be easier. Okay. For example, I have my art style, right? My art style is what I know, what I can draw with kind of like closed eyes. So, I'm gonna draw this, I'm gonna draw that. Right. Right, like this, right? It's really like, obviously not, not as professional, so to speak, as I would like to be, but like, yeah, it's just like kinda showcase, right? I drew it without like any like, you know, like lines, like helping lights like this, blah blah, because it's my art style. I drew boys like this with this art style for like couple of years already. Not from the start I was drawing like this, but for a couple of years already. I have a quite worked in art style for my boys, right? So I kind of can draw without like anything like this, right? Especially if I already have like the pose and any other like things like this in mind, right? So that's not really a point to speak like, oh, they draw like as if they already know where everything is located, blah blah. Well, of course, if you know where you would like everything to be located, you already know how to draw it, right? And especially if it's in your art style, you're not gonna have like any problems with drawing it. So yeah, especially if it's something, again, easy, right? So yeah, it's not really a point there. Mujin is making the point, but it's not really working in pretty realistic point, not really. Crush the snake video, his sugar glider clip is cute as fuck. Sugar glider, show me. Now I'm waiting the guys say AI art is bad, but low balls art. Who? Песня вызывает у меня воспоминания о тех Roblox персон, что пели эту песню. А я не знаю. Я даже этой песни, кстати, не знала, что удивительно.
This drawing as if she's tracing. There's no reference whatsoever. It's like she's a genius that knows exactly where to place the eyes, the mouth, everything without making a single mistake, right? Without any hint that this is actually a real drawing, as if she's completely tracing an invisible layer here. Again, I really have to show you what an actual real time-lapse looks like, okay? I already used this example before in another video, and I'll do it again, all right? It's this drawing right here, and this is its time-lapse. So as you can see, it's a very messy process, right? Nothing is set in stone until the very, very end. Things are constantly moving, getting scaled, getting cut. This is what a real time-lapse looks like. And with Gami's time-lapse, we're not seeing that at all.
Sounds
the day
cute.
before posting that very interesting time-lapse on June 16th, she posts some,
would you like to do a little bit
let's just say a cat girl sucking on something, right, on her alt account where she posted NSFW.
What?
And someone would just straight up reply and say, this is AI made, don't
Man,
call
I
it
would
art.
like to do porn one
Some
day.
people could
I would
already
like to draw
recognize the
porn
AI
one
and
day.
call her out sometimes. This is how my Discord members knew, because the Turkish community is small, word spreads fast about dramas like this. She was already known to use AI in the Turkish community. This is when we get to the next section. I will now show the DM shown in the document's introduction. This is when I reached out to No Name. Gami had told me that she had apologized to No Name about the fan art she did for her.
I said my piece. I would like one day to draw porn. Lots of porn and furry art. That's one of my goals right now as an artist, to learn how to actually draw porn. I'm not joking. You might think that I'm joking. I'm not. These are two different sentences, Gishi. Very different. What? About what? About what? Hello, Sadur. How you doing? Long time no see, right? It's like I haven't seen you like for a week since I last streamed, right? Right? Long time no right? Long time no see, right? Do porn versus draw for I mean, if I'm gonna draw my VTuber in porn setting, will it mean that I'm doing porn and drawing porn at the same time? I need answers. I need it. I think I pretty much need it, actually. Yo, 元気ですか? 元気です。エナジー人口飲みます。Momo, hello. Hello, how you doing? So long indeed. So long. I already forgot your name. Holy shit. I already forgot that I am a generally streamer, right? Wow. Wow. Okay. We have a sugar glider.
This is a sugar glider. They're flying fluffs that'll make a crash landing of cuteness right into your hand. These mini magic carpets can glide up to 150 feet, and apparently they're just one of several species in the gliding possum family. Don't worry, these trash cats haven't learned how to fly. Yet. Sugar gliders are marsupials, basically just small soaring kangaroos, so sometimes they'll be your little pouch pal. So you're telling me I could own a tiny adorable animal that'll cuddle in my pocket and then also fly in command? Yeah, sounds like a dream. But proceed with caution. As pets, they require a lot of work and attention. High cuteness, also very high maintenance. Other random facts. Sugar gliders eat melty cheese bugs. They're known to exhibit squeak aggression. They're highly social. They have a distinct stripe on their head. Wait, that's not a sugar glider. That's a doggo. Bamboozled again. Also, it's important to note that sugar gliders are not the same as flying squirrels, bush babies, or chinchillas. And despite their name, they're not actually made out of sugar. But if you were to combine all the molecular properties of this particular group, you would get the exact genetic makeup of a sugar glider. Science. Diagram your sugar gliders and anything else with Lucidchart.
Oi! 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 That was an ad! It was an ad! Oi! 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 どうぞどうぞどうぞ、ありがとうございます。いいね。いいですよね。大丈夫ならに。Wait, that was an ad! I got bamboozled on the ad. But yeah, porn. I forgot about that and then... Scatter. What should I do now? What should I do now? I did a free promotion. Me, a known VTuber, made a free promotion. What should I do now?
With no name. Very
Kiryu_Kazi played Point and Laugh Cat for 100 bits.
Why you not drinking, huh? You wanna die?
Draw a sugar glider? No, I'm gonna draw Kiryu's mama. Thank you for the hydrate. Kiryu. I was so chill. Like, you know, I've been streaming at 2 channels for like half of the day almost already. And I've been so chill. I went outside as well. Like, I touched some grass a little bit. I've been pretty productive today, so to speak, right? And I've been quite chill. And then Kiryu comes into the place. And Kiryu just thinks that it's
Kiryu_Kazi played Leroy Jenkins for 50 bits.
Mama. Ooh, I don't wanna die. Sometimes wish I never been born at all. Getting old, like nothing really matters. Tonight, my time has passed, sends shiver down my spine. Din, 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 din. Hello, Melba. Excuse-moi, was I here before? Excuse-moi, you've been. Hello. Yes. You've been here before. You've been talking here. You've been talking a lot. Yes. Ah! Какие ты свои модельку саморисовала? Привет, Рос. Hello, Рос. Yes. Рисовала, дизайнила, ригала, все сама. Все своими ручками, все сама. Вот пирожочки все сделала. Man. And why you bullying me? I've already been bullied. You need to be like, oh no, poor geisha, like let's comfort geisha or something. No, and you're doing this. Instead of consoling me, like all of this, like comforting me, you're doing this, really? Schnelle Pepe, what the fuck? Что за Pepe, Schnelle, what the fuck тут происходит? Schnelle Pepe, what the fuck? Они меня пугают, what the fuck? Schnelle Pepe, what the fuck? Они меня пугают, what the fuck? Что за what the fuck? Фига такое, спасибо большое. Thank you so much, thank you. Yes, my model is fully made by me. Fully. Every piece of my model is me, and me again, and me after this, me, and a little bit of helps with me, and me. Жму руку себе и себе.
In all caps, big boobs, like F cup
Big boobs?
She didn't seem inclined to change her sketch, using a weird excuse that doesn't make sense, possibly because the reference she's using had small breasts. No Name noticed how Gami's art quality didn't match her previous art and how she wasn't willing to do changes like boob size. These red flags led No Name to confront Gami, which then resulted in Gami admitting AI usage. This fan art was posted on the 29th of December 2024, now deleted. So even before the confrontation, right, this was December 27th, 2024, Gami would send a sketch to No Name, and No Name would say, oh Gami, what is your secret? How are you speeding like that? But Booba should be bigger. 3 days later, No Name would realize that, wait a second, this actually looks way better than Gami's usual drawings, and would ask the question, Gami, would use AI as reference for your art.
Wait
After
a
Gami would admit
minute.
that,
Who
No Name
are
would say, make sure
you?
to use different references as well, otherwise you can accidentally train yourself doing the same mistakes AI does, LMAO. To which Gami would say, I would rather slip on ice than do AI mistakes on my own human-made art. I would never LMAO. No Name was not
Wait a
informed until
minute.
they asked.
Who
There isn't an
are
apology as
you?
Gami claimed either. No Name does not support AI and states it publicly, so Gami
Were
made
you
fan arts
in
using AI for No
801
Name,
for a
knowing they're
moment before?
against it. That's why No Name asked if
In
Gami was using
8-1?
AI, since they also found
What's
Gami's art
8-1?
suspicious and
It's like
wanted to check with
6-7?
her. All the artwork that was done for No Name is now deleted from Gami's
Is it like
profile.
6-7?
So look, so far, this already looks pretty damn bad for Gami, alright? But this next section that we're about to look at is titled Artwork Comparison, and I think you can kind of tell what we're about to get into here. This is where the document takes an in-depth look at showing us what her art used to look like before AI and how much it differed after AI. I need to censor that nipple again. Just saying that for editing
censor
purposes. I
nipple.
cannot forget this.
What if I don't
Anyway,
want to?
This section would start with
What if
why
I don't
think
want
Gami
to
isn't only
censor nipple,
referencing,
huh?
but referencing one
What if
to
I'm
one or
consensual
possibly
adult,
tracing
huh?
to
Huh?
this
Huh?
day.
Huh?
We
Huh?
get
Huh?
3 reasons. The first one would be
Bitch.
her art skills without using AI are vastly
Wow, thank you so
different
much for the
from
cheeseburger without
AI-assisted
cheese.
ones.
Whoever gave
The
me
second
that.
one, she doesn't have any proper art videos showing
Long
her
time
sketch
no
phase, and her streams usually
see.
start from
How
already
you
happening art. And the third reason, she
doing?
doesn't show any of the images she
Hoi,
says she's referencing
hoi,
from,
my
so it's
shadow.
likely traced or one to
Hoi, hoi, hello, hoi, hoi. This art is too good. You're usually worse at art than this, must be, and actually, if I ever got this message from my commissioner or from my friend, I don't know what's even worse. I would actually slap my fucking face across the board. I would actually harm myself, Twitch, like in GTA, right? In GTA, I would actually do that. I would actually do something if I ever got this, especially like from my commissioner or something like this. I would be like, bruh. Yeah, you know what? I don't know actually. Like, if it were my friend, I would be like as well, like bruh. I'll be pretty like bamboozled to hear that in either case. I was like, bruh. You could have like be silent, yeah? You could have stay silent. You have a choice. You have a choice of staying silent, brother. Tired, very tired, very tired. A lot of like exams or something like this. What about you? Ah, pretty normal. Sorry, I typed that with one hand with my keyboard. That's okay. I don't understand how it's hard, by the way. Sometimes when I eat, like, and if I watch someone stream, and like if I'm eating like, I don't know, pirajok or something like this, that requires my hand, and my hand is already like dirty, so I cannot like use it. I type with one hand, and whatever hand it is, it's still hard to type with one hand. I swear to fucking god, it's just a bit what the fuck. So yeah, I don't understand that. Don't worry. At least with a friend, it could potentially be a joke. Even if it isn't, nah, I'm too low self-esteemed, so if my friend even like gonna joke so like around this or something like this, I'm gonna be like really sad. Not even offended. I mean offended, but like mostly just sad. I'm gonna be like, bruh. Man. Because I know, I mean, no, even recently I remember my friend was like, oh, like you improved for 3 years because like we know each other for 3 years. And I was happy to hear it, I remember. But if something like this, though, I don't think that I'm gonna be happy. I don't know. I don't.
The one reference. So here we can see that even after starting to reference art, she would still attempt to make her own art, right? Trying to maybe mix it in with the AI-assisted posts, but even then they were very noticeable, right? It's not like they just blended in effortlessly. Here's a drawing from November 19th, 2025, in which you can see a clear gap in scale.
I mean, not fully, but yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit bigger for you. Kinda yeah, but kinda no. Like even from I don't know. Kinda yeah and kinda no. Kinda yeah and kinda no. I would just say like, you know, one is sketch and one is full work. If I didn't know what's happening right now. I would say this kinda, because sometimes I don't know if you don't say anything. Don't say that you notice anything. Okay, I'm just gonna say it. Don't say it. Don't say if you actually agree with this. I think my skill is jumping from time to time as well, because like, you know, art skill is not something that is really consistent. As long, I mean, if you're drawing like completely same things over and over again, and like you're already used to, like a completely different, same setting, for example, or say characters, blah, 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 you can draw really consistent. Or if you're an animator or something like this, basically, if you trained yourself on consistency, like really consistency, but it's going to be like the same art style and same things, kinda. Okay, it can be, but usually artists don't have like consistent 100 out of 100. Usually it's like 80 out of 100, 70 out of 100, 100 out of 100, again 70 out of 100, and yada yada. Depends.
Skill compared to the one posted on December 1st, 2025. As
I
if it
find a
was
sugar
two
glider short
different
and got the
people.
flash by
We
a
already saw
random
the
person.
second example with
Beautiful.
fan art for Youngflesh, but there will be way more
Beautiful.
examples here. I think the biggest difference here are the complex poses. She has a basic understanding of anatomy, but not complex enough to be able to draw something like this effortlessly. This is, of course, without us mentioning the incredible shading, right? The rendering here that is usually only seen with people who have been doing this for a very long time. What's even worse here is this comparison of these two drawings, which were both commissions on VGen, okay? Both of these were paid for. The first one made in December...
You know, by the way, interesting thing, I know this person. Like, kinda directly, kinda not really. Because it's Isaka's mutual, and sometimes when we were at Isaka's channel, Giselkin, she were come by and just say some like pick me shit. Like, I'm not even joking, some pick me shit. And just leave. Like, I don't know, but she has such a voice. First of all, she have a pick me voice, and second of all, she was just saying like some sort of the pick me shit, and then she was like, "Okay, I gotta go, bye." Like something like this. So I remembered her. And then Isaka is like saying like, "Oh, she's that girl." Remember? I was like, "Oh, ah." So apparently I knew her. Apparently the world is freaking small. I'm scared. How I'm only like second year in VTubing, and already two people that I like indirectly or directly knew is already in Mugen's videos having like controversies and stuff. I'm a little bit scared, you know? I'm scared how this world is so small. So small.
2024 looks to be somewhat her art style. It is a fairly simple drawing. The second one, though, made only 2 months afterwards, could have been AI assisted, most notably with the posing and the rendering, because it's not as flat as the first drawing. But worst of all, in
It's
all
not
of
about
this
size,
is her
Mugen.
deleted artworks. The document would say, after saying she was going to delete her heavy reference from AI artworks, she deleted these art pieces from her Twitter. And yeah, if you're watching this with your own 2 eyes and not doing chores right now, you can very clearly see the massive, staggering difference between this kind of art style and the ones we just saw above that involved her using her actual own 2 hands without referencing AI. And also bear in mind, according to the document, this first image that we already saw earlier with the fucked up fingers was a paid commission. Someone paid money for this. Someone paid money for Gami to generate an art piece using AI. This is when we get to the conclusion. I am positive that Gami still uses AI in her workflow, despite saying she regrets it and that she quit in August 2025. As you can see the document, she was still posting AI-assisted commission work on December 1st, 2025. I think the customers and her followers deserve to have transparency on her workflow. Not everyone wants to buy AI art or AI-assisted art. I hope this becomes an opportunity for her to finally come clean and draw without using AI. Or if she continues using it, at least disclose it in her profile.
Yeah, at least disclose it. That's the biggest
come to buy human-made
issue
art.
in that.
Tagami. I was quite happy to have a Turkish artist friend, and I really wanted to believe you. Since the Turkish art community is already constantly in chaos, it felt really nice to have someone to talk to. But as time passed by, I realized you weren't being honest with me or with yourself. I'm normally not a person who writes docs like these, but I felt secondhand responsibility about this since I'm also Turkish, from the same community. I really hope you can come clean. That's right. You can do anything you want in your life, guys, but never mess with a Turkish person's sense of identity and national pride. Otherwise, you're gonna have a Google Doc written about you. In any case, this document made things clear. Gami was not the person she was claiming that she actually was. She was very clearly using AI to assist in her work and sometimes tracing it one-to-one. Hell, I think sometimes she would just post it without really tracing anything. I mean, this Shy Lily drawing is crazy, bro. Like, there's no way she actually drew that when she was drawing things like this barely a year before. But overall, of course, the biggest reason for this
That
document having
sounds so
been made is
degraded.
because she was charging people money, both on Patreon and VGen, all while promising human-made art. This is not the case here at all. But Ruru wasn't done yet. On February 19th, just a day after that initial doc had
Humiliation
dropped, they would reply to their
continues.
quote tweet and say,
Доброе
after this
утро,
doc,
доброе утро,
some people reached out
консервочка.
to me to tell their
Good
experiences with Gami,
morning.
including ghosting, hosting raffles but not drawing the winner, etc. Read
Oh,
here. This
that
leads
is
us to
shitty.
the second Google Doc, in which people who actually hired her or worked with her exposed the terrible client-to-vendor relationships that they experienced, starting with the first section, rushed commission followed by ghosting. VTuber Mochi Mochi have commissioned Gami on VGen after seeing her commission for another VTuber in September 2024. Mochi wanted a similar styled commission from her and commissioned Gami. But the piece she received
Hello,
didn't look similar in style to
Devasu.
what she asked for and seemed rushed. So she was asking for something that looked
Hello,
like
Devasu.
this, right? The drawing on the left, something with that same style and type of rendering. What she got on the right, I mean, can you even call this a sketch? Like, this is incomplete
Oh yeah. Wait, left?
as fuck.
On right, on right. What she got, what she asked. So she asked for something on the... For you, it's on the right. She asked for something on the right. And she got something on the left. Yeah, I would be able to draw like this for, I don't know, 15, 30... Okay, 30 minutes, 30 minutes. Oh. And you can get money for that? Are you drawing the dinosaur man? Because I love dinosaur man. I love dinosaur man. I'm gonna say something like one star right now. What? No, I'm not coming over there. My mom taught me not to greet strangers. But Pangai, I am not a stranger. I'm your friendly neighbor, Memegishi. I'm not a stranger. I'm no stranger danger. No. But yeah, with dinosaur with Diego Brando from
Okay, master. Let's kill the whole.
Beach from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Steel Ball Run. Since I read Steel Ball Run like back in, I just hit my side with my table.
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.
Kiryu_Kazi played mission failed for 10 bits.
I barely got scared. I barely got scared. Noob. So, I read Steel Ball Run like back in 2017 or so. So I started drawing seriously in 2018 or so. And of course, I really fucking love Diego Brando because her personality and how he looks like, it's pure sex. Pure sexy back. I tried to draw him, obviously so. And since I found him really beautiful, like really beautiful, and I just obviously started drawing, I wasn't able to really like, you know, to pull out the essence that he was showing. And I got so mad because I tried...
Kiryu_Kazi played you for 100 bits.
Did not scare me that much. Did not scare me that much. Ha 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 ha. Did not scare me that much. Cannot. I got used to it. You cannot scare me anymore. So, what I was saying. I got so frustrated with me trying to like fix it and stuff like this that I, for the first time and last time in my life, I actually Where are you cleaning there? Clean at least like here, like at least clean my tongue, come on. Clean my tongue at least. So I got so frustrated that for the first and last time in my life, I actually ripped out the freaking paper with the sketch of him and just threw it across my room because I was so fucking frustrated. I'm really taking care of my things. And like if something is not going right, I'm just like gonna, you know, just gonna go to the next one, blah blah blah. But there I was so fucking frustrated. I actually did that. I know that for some people it's like usual, but for me it's not usual. So yeah, until this day it's the first instance since the last instance that I actually disrespected my sketchbook like this. Симпатично, новый конфликт между художниками? Не, просто... Это просто одна художница, которую, кстати, знаю, типа, прям по разговорам в этой... в Дискорде. Использовала яишку и пиздела, что не использует яишку. Вот всё. Every JoJo character starting from part 5 is sex. Actually, I mean, that is fair, but in Steel Ball Run, everyone is sex. Like, everyone feels like pure sex for some reason. I don't know what happened with Araki in part 7. Is it 7? 7, yeah. In part 7, but yeah, apparently he wanted some sex, like actually some hardcore male sex. I don't know how to explain it either way.
It also barely looks anything like Mochi's character. Mochi even bothered sketching what she wanted, how she wanted her character to look with her ears down. But this doesn't look like that at all. It looks like some sort of weird beanie. This is when Mochi would message Gami on VGen, saying, I have a question about my surprise
With
delivery.
one hand
I ordered
drawn
it based
part
off
7.
the image I saw posted on Twitter. When I went to see mine today, I was very unhappy about the quality. Is there a reason why the two photos are both so
Spent so much fucking time on Raiden part 7 just solely because of how beautiful it was. So I was reading, like, I read it like, you know, how you usually read it, like with the normal speed. And then afterwards, I were to spend like minutes and minutes upon just looking at the freaking page because there was so many things to look at. There was so many things to learn from, artist-wise and stuff like this. I was just like watching and looking at it. So I spent so much time on reading it just solely because I was looking at every page thoroughly, like really thoroughly. It fucking killed me. Каждым штрихом рисунок выглядит красиво. Спасибо большое, Маркез. Стараемся. Я не знаю, закончили я его вообще или нет. Он пока вроде как идет, поэтому... Наверное. А может да, может и нет. А может Пепе Шнеля.
different in quality? I also noticed her bottom right thigh forgot to be colored and right below her thigh bracelet. And yes, that's true. I mean, this wasn't even colored, dude. Gami would reply with, she had a very filled up design. That is why I had to pay more attention. My personal opinion is that I shaded yours more. But if you're unhappy with it, I can retouch on it later this week. This is when Mochi would say, I'm sorry, but I feel like this piece was rushed and not treated with the same care. I circled the part of the thigh where it is missing color, it's just white.
That's the thing I'm scared to receive from my commissioner one day. I'm sorry, but it feels like rushed. I was like,
looking forward to this piece. Thank you for offering to retouch it. I really appreciate it. The document will continue. Unfortunately, after this point, Gami ghosted Mochi and the commission review period ended on VGen. Mochi didn't receive any touch-ups as promised or any updates. Mochi left a 1-star review. The document would also prove that Mochi actually paid for this commission, $45 for an incomplete sketch that doesn't even look passable. But I wish that's where it ended, because the next section features a giveaway winner that didn't get their art. The document would say, Gami and a couple of other artists had made a studio called Mellow Studio back in 2023, June. Gami was drawing, someone else was rigging the art, and they were offering VTuber assets, models, etc. Around January 2024, they created a chibi VTuber called Mellow Chibi. With Gami's suggestion, they have made an art plus rig raffle for these chibi models to boost up their new product. Raffle was held on the 7th of January 2024. The winner didn't get their model for 10 months, so they decided to text on October 19th, 2024. The winner ended up not getting their art. After 1 year, they also didn't even get a reply from Gami. The rigger was very upset at Gami for not providing the art since it was a collab raffle, so they stopped working with Gami. Mellow Studio became inactive. The rigger also reached out to the winner. So here we can see the DMs between the winner and Gami. They reached out in October after 10 months, and they were very polite, by the way. Hey, it's been a little bit, and I was wondering if this was still happening. If not, it's okay. I just wanted to know. Smiley face. Gami would say, it will be happening. Yes, I have you in my calendar. I have picked back school, so I've been quite busy. The winner would say, oh, that's okay. Take your time. I was just curious. Thank you so much. 5 months later, in March 2025, the winner would reach out again saying, hello, I just wanted to check in. I in no way want to bother you. I'm just curious about when we expect to get started. I recently had a design update, so I just wanted to check in. Again, no rush at all. I know you said I was on your calendar. I'm just curious. So obviously, very
What direction is like using Telegram so much? You're a little bit late for that. We got Telegram blocked now. We got Telegram blocked, but everyone's still using it. Whatever shit. Because it's comfortable. It's genuinely just comfortable. It's the best message I encountered in my life. Like, it's working amazingly. You can send a lot of shits through that. It's really comfortable to have your Telegram channel there. Really comfortable in like in every aspect. I don't know, it's just comfortable. It works good, it feels nice, it's just comfortable as hell. And privacy, I guess, but I don't know about this exactly. all the Russians people I know always ask for my Telegram. Yeah, because that's the main way to talk, and like, you know, it's the easiest that you can how to say it, overseas people can log in into really easily as well, because again, Telegram by the default is in English as well. For example, in VK, that Russians were using before that, and it was created by the same person, by the way, is working poorly in other countries. It's in some places for some reason not translated into English. Some pages I haven't discovered myself because I'm using English version. And in general, yeah, again, working poorly in other countries besides Russia. With Telegram, it's completely different. It's really adapted for the overseas, blah blah blah. Basically, really comfortable. That's all. So Telegram deserved its place solely because of how well it was made. Got a little bit worse with time because like Telegram Premium came into place and a little bit of the monetization, but not really like really noticeably, I guess. I don't know. So yeah.
Say, the rigger would end up reaching out to the winner on Twitter saying, yo, Gami hasn't even started drawing your model. I reached out a couple times. She doesn't seem to really care. So instead, I'll draw it and rig it. The rigger would cut all contact with Gami, but Gami would then go ahead and continue hosting raffles anyway.
Beautiful.
That is crazy. Like, how shameless can you get? We would then see Gami's commission queue for VGen. This is her queue for paid commissions, right? I pay her money, she puts it in her queue, and this is where I can see the progress. There are commissions that have been there since October 2023 that she hasn't even begun to work on. Oh my god, this just keeps getting worse. The next section would have yet another unsatisfied customer paying over $1,000 just to get this VTuber model in 3 different outfits. On the third outfit, the client asked for thigh-high socks, and this is what they got. Some sort of a weird gradient. As if the model had like put her feet in some very hot water in a cartoon or something. It looks weird. And finally, just as you've been telling yourself, no, this can't get worse, right? She can't get more shameless than this. Well, the section's called Undelivered Models. During October 2024, Gami launched a project under their studio called Fawn Studio. How many studios did she make, man? This is a studio that makes VTuber models and Gami's the artist. The project was called Fruit Gals, and it was an audition-based VTuber model giveaway with some rules. So look, this was structured in a way to resemble VTuber agencies where you audition, and if you're accepted, you get a VTuber model. You wouldn't get a salary, but you keep all your donations, and you know, you'd be part of a group, but if you decide to leave, you obviously can't keep the model. It's owned by the studio. One of the girls that auditioned and got accepted would reach out to Brando and would talk about how she and the other girls were completely and entirely
My internet is back.
So
Welcome back,
Gami would be
internet.
posting these updates, right, of these different models that she was drawing up, and they were very excited. But then at some point, the updates...
I was so confused by your stream layout, but now I see the ADG tech on the stream all makes sense now. Does it? Does it?
would just stop, and Gami would stop communicating consistently, leaving all the members in the dark for months. Here we can see one of the girls deciding to reach out to raise her concerns on behalf of everyone else in the group, saying, hey Gami, I'm sending this message on behalf of me and the girls, and I would like to say that we are all tired of unresponsiveness, lack of communication, broken promises, and lack of care. It was actually a very considerate message, with this person even saying, I hope what you take out of this will be, don't bite off more than you can chew. It genuinely came from a good place, but more importantly, one thing she would say is, we'd have understood if the models had taken a month to finish, but it has now been 8 months. The document would specify, the reason why they're saying we would have understood if the models had taken a month to finish, but it has now been 8 months, is because Fawn Studio had posted that they can finish and deliver models in around a week. That is insane, by the way. Okay, if you want a custom drawn model that is rigged and ready to go, you need months, man. There's no one in the world that can do this in a week. After this message, both Gami and the rigger
I did
involved
my
with the
first
studio
model
would
in 2
respond.
weeks.
They would
You
both
don't know,
somewhat say
man.
the same thing, so let's just read what Gami had to say.
Where's your
I
experience
apologize
in
for the
it?
lack of communication on my end. I'm very overworked and I do my best on keeping up with everything. Art is my only income, so I have to keep working most of the time. That being said, I have finished 3 of the models and already have sent them over to blank, which is the rigger. I'm not blaming her in this since she also has her own commissions that she has to work on. Please do keep in mind that Food Gals is a passion project on my end. I do not gain anything from making new models. I understand you, I really do. But I'm booked until September and I'm drawing constantly. For the last model also, I have started drawing her. I don't usually have the time to just sit down for days.
Полегчало.
And work only on one thing, so I have commissions that hit me constantly. I was hoping to finish her later this month since I'm done with my year for school. Nobody lied about anything. I told you guys from the start that I would do my best and I'm doing so. I still am sorry that you guys felt not cared for. I never wanted this. All I wanted was to be able to help you guys grow and make content the way you guys wish to make. But after this, again,
Your mama. Your mama. Your mama. Your mama. Your mama. Your mama. But thank you. Thank you so much for the prime. Thank you. Your mama. Thank you so much for the prime. But your mama. Thank you so much for the prime, but your mama. Thank you. For months, holy shit. Thank you. Heya, that chick. Heya. Bro. You're welcome, but your mama. Thank you, but your mama.
No
Thank you.
updates.
But
A
your
couple
mama.
months later, on August 1st, 2025, we'd see two messages from both girls separately saying, hey, I'm out. Okay, this is clearly not happening. I don't want to do this anymore. And Gami
Сестренка,
wouldn't even bother
братик, как
replying.
ты себя
Look, by now, this wasn't just about
чувствуешь?
AI anymore. This was about Gami being a bad person to work with, very badly treating some of her clients, and having this
Как-то
habit
переживать
of empty
спокойненько.
promises, of doing these giveaways that she
Спокойненько,
never
ничего
honored.
такого.
At this point, she was
Ничего
officially
плохого,
a compulsive
ничего-
liar in the eyes of the
ничего
community.
плохого.
There was nothing she could say that would make anyone believe her.
Не
This is when
выспанный.
her viral
Что такое,
post
не
saying
спал?
that maybe I make ugly drawings, but at least I don't use AI would get community noted. And the community note would just straight up say, Gami uses AI for her drawings. Like just straight
Да, я
up,
могу
no
рассказать.
bullshit.
Это
She uses AI.
нарисовали.
Shut the fuck up. Linking Ruru's initial Twitter post and the first Google document we went through, obliterating her reputation, her career, her online presence in just
Значит, это
one sentence.
Ну, еще
Very
немножко
few
и всё
community
будет
notes
хорошо.
can compare
В
to the
плане
savagery here.
физического.
But of course, you might be wondering,
Ну,
what about
тогда-
Gami herself? Does she have a response? I mean, she clearly saw that she got community noted very humiliatingly. What did she have to say? And how did it manage to
Hatsune
make
Miku.
things worse somehow? Gami would post this on her Twitter on February 20th, 2026,
How you doing, Hatsune
one
Miku?
day after the second Google Doc had dropped, saying, I have done a speed paint to address the AI allegations.
Beautiful.
This was done completely
Thank
live
you
on Twitch
so
with a full
much.
display
Thank you,
screen showing
thank
my
you.
entire process. The link to the
For
VOD
Miku
is down
de
below.
Yolaki,
I'm aware
we
of the
have
other things
this.
being said and everything will be addressed soon. There's a lot to go over and I want to make sure I address everything. This has been a lot to take in, so I thank you for your patience. The top reply here that almost ratioed her would say, no one is denying you can draw. You draw very well. The thing is, none of this is reflected on these. And it's scummy to say you are against AI and admitting to making drawings very heavily.
Hatsune Miku 新しい友達できた。嬉しいね。Thank you so much for the follow. Thank you, thank you.
Additionally, even during
I'm
her
not going
stream,
now.
it would
Have a
be
nice
clear that she was using
foodies.
AI references
Thank you so
to
much for
draw the
stopping by.
thighs. You can see this
Thank
right
you.
here. This was on her own monitor. It
Thank you
didn't
for the
help. If
pet.
anything, it only made things worse. Facing even more backlash after that disastrous stream, Gami would quote tweet the second document that Ruru had written and would say, sorry for the wait, linking her own Google Doc. This would be one of the shortest Google Docs I have seen in my life. It could have very easily been a tweet, but she would say, I'm sorry for taking this long to address all of this. I had some time to myself and had to calm down before I made a statement on the matters at hand. I would like to start by apologizing to all my clients that feel wronged by me using AI as reference for their artworks. I'll be transparent in my art processes going forward and have clear communication with my clients to make sure they're satisfied with the commissions they will be getting. If any of my current ongoing commissions that have paid for their commissions want their funds refunded, I'll be refunding your funds. Also, if any of
Why
my
you not
commissioners want their
drinking, huh?
progress recorded
You
for
wanna
full
die?
transparency, if it means they will feel more
Teka.
secure about their commission,
Teka.
that's where the sentence ends.
Teka.
That's literally where the sentence ends. Like there's literally a fucking period at the end. Okay, well, English is not her first language, but hey, at least we can be sure she didn't use ChatGPT. Okay, she actually wrote this herself. She would then say in parentheses, I will also be posting them on YouTube as an unlisted playlist, so there will be a record of all the work I will be doing. This is not an excuse. I've been really busy with real life stuff in school, and some of my work has been rushed because of this. I've been very irresponsible with my scheduling and will be getting help on my scheduling moving forward. I'm also thankful for people who have patiently waited for their commissions. I'm sorry it took as long as it did for me to get them done. I'm sorry for disappointing everyone, and I promise to do better moving forward. So look, not only was this response grammatically a disaster, it was a disaster in and of itself. It didn't address anything. It was very vague, and I mean, you don't have to listen to me say this. Ruru said it themselves, replying to her post, ratioing her, and saying, you didn't address the raffle winner or the past clients who purchased AI-assisted work without knowing. If rebuilding trust is the goal, taking full accountability is the first step to do that. I believe those situations should be acknowledged and refunded properly as well. That's a very good point. What about the raffle winners? What about the people that you gave empty promises to? What's ironic here is that she wasn't quote tweeting the first document, she was quote tweeting the other document that talks about her terrible communication with clients, with the raffle winners. I mean, honestly, at this point, deleting your account would have been better than putting this Google Doc out to the public. Like, what the hell is this? 100,000 views and barely any interaction. People were done with this. They had already made up their minds. The proof was there, and there was nothing she could do except take accountability, and she failed to do even that. On the original quote tweet that Ruru had made, with the initial document exposing Gami, you'd see many people in the replies pretty much disowning her, right? They might have come across her fan art, they might have liked it before, they might have interacted with her, but now this was over. This is not someone they wanted anything to do with. After this whole debacle, Gami would continue posting on her Twitter. And yes, it does seem like she's not using AI, it does seem like it was, drawn actually by her, but the trust is lost. No accountability means no forgiveness, and it's going to be very hard for her to build back up what she already had. This is especially considering that her VGen got suspended. She can't take commissions anymore, and she's essentially lost the fan base that she had taken years to build. Look, I can't predict the future. I don't know where we'll be years from now, and I don't know whether there will be a day where society will actually accept AI as a whole. However,
hopefully
if you want to use
never.
AI as
Hopefully
reference, or
fucking
hell,
never.
as very heavy inspiration to your art, at least specify that. At least be honest about that. If someone's willing to pay for that, then hey, good on them. It's their money. They can do whatever they want with it. But don't pretend to be someone you're not, because that's just what a scammer does. And you don't want to be labeled as a scammer, because if you are, you end up
Guys, am I a
gone.
scammer?
Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you want to see actual amazing art that is not AI assisted in any way, featuring my character as well as exclusive videos posted every month, then make sure to check out my stacked page in the description and the pinned comment.
How
Prices start
come?
at
Snare the Pepe, what the
$1.
fuck?
I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is, and I love you so much.
Who did I
Platonically. Take care.
scam?
Mwah.
Snare the Pepe, what the fuck? Snare the Pepe, what the fuck? Snare the Pepe, what the fuck? What did I do? Me? For what? For what? For your mama? Another emoji in the video. Whoa.
Money. It makes the world go round, with people willing to do almost anything
goes
to get more
around,
of it.
comes
In fact,
around,
money is so
back
important
to
that it
you.
can dictate how society behaves as a whole. If it paid to be kind, then people would be kind. But if it paid more to be evil, then people would simply turn evil. More specifically, if it paid to fake your gender and fake your skill level to
bitch.
millions of people for years by hacking and cheating, some would willingly choose to do so
You
if it was
bitch.
profitable. However,
Come
you have
out.
to be a very special kind of degenerate to do those things, all while
What you
planning
get,
to
scammer.
publicly fake
What
your
your
own
mama get.
suicide once you were inevitably exposed to be a fraud. Meet Mario, who for years was considered to be the most skilled player to ever exist in Minecraft PvP. In parallel to that though, they'd be running a totalitarian regime
The
that would ban
mama.
and blacklist anyone who doubted or criticized them, throwing all women under the bus by claiming that any and all valid criticisms against them were rooted in misogyny. This would be the community status
Yeah, you
quo
bullied me
for
right now, by the
far
way, it's
too
misogyny as
long.
well.
And now finally, after all these years of manipulation, silencing, and bullying of critics, Marlowe has finally been exposed to be the ultimate Minecraft fraud who faked everything, even down to their gender, with undeniable proof. And so, seeing how much of an unprecedented disaster this all is, and how confusing it might be to someone who's not part of the Minecraft PvP community, I figured we had to talk about it. And so, without further ado, let's do this. Alright, so if you haven't been living under a rock for the last 2 decades, you probably know what Minecraft is. And when it comes to most people, they recognize it as the sandbox survival game,
I don't think I know.
otherwise known as Minecraft Vanilla. Some others might recognize it differently, modding the game heavily with visual and gameplay enhancements and pretty much making it into an entirely different game. However, another sizable chunk of this game's player base will look at it purely from a PvP perspective, going up against other players to prove their skill in numerous game modes. And for someone who doesn't play PvP at all, this is where things get very confusing because these game modes are very different from the gameplay you've come to expect in vanilla or even modded Minecraft. One of these PvP game modes, for example, is called UHC, where both players start with the same exact loadouts, having to use a mix of building, laying things down on the terrain, and also using their weapons and defending all at the same time. Another game mode is called Methbot, which literally just involves you throwing pots at each other, with many of them having different abilities and effects. However, one of the most popular and probably the most confusing game mode for new players is Crystal PvP. Here's some gameplay, and yes, it's totally normal if you have literally no idea what's going on. It mostly involves using a mix of obsidian blocks as well as ender crystals to kill the other player. How did people come up with this concept? Well, that's a 1-hour video by itself. The point is, this game has over 200 million monthly active users that play it, and a good chunk of them play only PvP. This is what they focus on. But here's the deal. When you focus on something for so long and want to get better at it, there's a question that starts to pop up in the community. Who are the best players for each game mode? In fact, who's the best of them all?
That shit.
And seeing that all these servers and all these different game modes are unofficial, they're simply not affiliated with the official game or its developers, most had given up on the idea of coming up with a ranking system. But that would of course be until mctiers.com would come along. MC Tiers would be a community-driven effort to rank players in all 8 of these different game modes. This would all be done through its PvP server on Minecraft, called mcpvp.club. Its founders were mainly 3 people: Enz, Learn, and of course, Marlowe. And the way it worked wasn't very simple, actually.
Try to learn, but it's
in a
too
nutshell,
stupid.
though,
Stupid.
MC Tiers would have a Discord for
Not
every
hard, but
single one of
stupid.
these game modes. So Crystal PvP, UHC, Pot, NetOp, etc., etc. It will be open to anyone. And let's say you wanted to test out your Crystal PvP level, you would join the server, join the waitlist, and eventually get tested. And the way it would work wouldn't be MMR based like games similar to Valorant or Overwatch. You would have people in the voice call with you, watching you play and examining your playstyle as you go up against all these different tiers. There'd be 5 of these tiers, tier 5 being the worst and tier 1 being the best. This meant that when it came to this community-driven effort,
people have a
trust
job?
wasn't at its forefront. We were trusting the people examining everyone to do this in a non-biased way and to the best of their ability. But of course, this also meant that this system had a lot of its critics. When confronted though, the response would always be the same. Do you have any better ideas? No one in the community had come close to making something like this. And in fact, today, if you type on Google Minecraft PvP, the first thing you'll see is MC Tiers rankings. View Minecraft's best combat players or participate in the ranked community. To many people in Minecraft's sizable PvP community, this was the official ranking for the best players in the world. Period. And speaking of best players, even though Marlowe was one of the co-founders of the website, you'd always manage to see her in the top 3 best players of all time on the leaderboard. This right here is the first version of mctiers.com, which came out shortly after the pandemic, around the early 2020s. By then, for most people, the player It's Real Me was the best Minecraft PvP player of all time. But Marlowe would always be close second. The gap between It's Real Me and Marlowe was always very wide to the 3rd, 4th, and 5th players. They were always in a league of their own, and there's a reason for that. This overall leaderboard would combine all the 8 game modes together for your overall rank. It's Real Me and Marlowe were constantly in the top ranks of every single game mode. And to make you understand what this means, this is like someone who is a NASCAR driver that also happens to be a rally race car driver and who also happens to be a Formula One driver, all at the same time. Just because you know how to drive a car doesn't mean you can be good at all these things combined. And it's the same thing here. Just because you're good at one of these game modes doesn't mean you're good at all of them. They all require different strategies, keybinds, and an insane, ridiculous learning curve. But both It's Real Me and Marlo made it look easy. They were dominating in every single one. But the thing is, to many, Marlo was yet on another level. At some point, she beat one of the best PvPers in Minecraft 100-0. Yes, they fought together 100 times.
They
and she
fucked
didn't let him
together?
win once.
Oh.
Clown Pierce got absolutely destroyed, utterly owned. And it only served to show why Marlo was so close to beating the best player of all time in rankings soon. But the Minecraft PvP community, and as recently as 2025, many were in agreement. The best player of all time in Minecraft PvP is Marlo. No argument, no questions asked. This level of skill definitely came with its advantages, with Marlo's YouTube channel reaching over 400,000 subscribers and any video they'd upload getting hundreds of thousands, if not over 1 million views consistently, generating substantial revenue and getting their name more and more known within the community. That's without mentioning all the collabs she'd do on YouTube with some very well-renowned YouTubers, always titling the video as, "I fought the best Minecraft player in this," or "I got trained by the world's best Minecraft player in this." And what's interesting is that these channels weren't necessarily PvP oriented, so you had the casual Minecraft crowd that watched YouTube videos be aware of her existence and her
I am a
unprecedented
bot. I have been
skill.
programmed
And
to
so,
ask you a
the average
question. Did
bystander,
you?
Marlo had essentially made
Did the cat actually fuck the hangback song named Carmel Danzins? Who? Did the cat actually fuck the hangback? I think if it's in the heat, it's pretty much can do that. Yes. Yes. Big stinky big. Me? Well, I'm sorry. I didn't made it to your club. But call me stinky big. Call me stinky big. Man, what the fuck? I just slept. I just fell asleep and you're already calling me stinky big. What the fuck? Steady Pepe, what the fuck? Wait. According to this bottle. I'm not. I'm gonna only piss in the bottle. How about that? Let me tears go for a bug box in a little freak market. Holy shit! What they're using them for? What they're using them for? Hey! I don't wanna be exploited. What? You don't wanna pee? You don't wanna urine? Why so? How so? Guys, check out Soic's new haircut, by the way. If you like Ikemen's, you would like it. You would like it. But don't actually check his new haircut because he called me a stinky bitch. We don't check on the people who called me stinky bitch. No, nah, we don't. No. You stinky bitch. Why am I stinky bitch but you're not stinky bitch? How about you stinky bitch and I'm not stinky bitch, huh? Isn't you called me stinky bitch making you a stinky bitch? That's what I thought. You're stinky bitch. That's what I thought. Yes.
They had worked hard to become one of the best players in the world,
Look, America.
and now they finally were able to start reaping the benefits. But you'd be mistaken to think that this was all sunshine and rainbows. Marlo had seemingly for some
Sunshine,
people come out of
lollipops,
nowhere.
and
And just like that,
rainbows.
the even players that had had so many years of exposure in the community made them look like they were amateurs, like they couldn't even play the game. On top of that, this was a community that had very few women in it. Minecraft PvP is mostly male-oriented. And in a leaderboard that has very few, if not zero women, you'd see one woman come in and get to second place, trailblazing over everyone else. And so if you've been on the internet for long enough, you'd know that all these things combined, especially with the very chaotic Minecraft community, would lead to one of the most unstable periods in Minecraft PvP history, in which Marlo, at the center of all this, would be subject to massive harassment and criticism. What would follow from that chaos, though, would be Marlo cementing her power like no one could have ever imagined. Dream, a name typically synonymous with cringe or vomit, is a
The
YouTuber
name I did
who,
not
at
heard
some
for a
point,
really long
was
time.
one of, if not the biggest Minecraft YouTuber of all time. This was during the pandemic, getting over 100 million views on some of his videos, as well as 34 million subscribers,
what the
would, on
mask
June
is.
11th, 2020, claim to
That's
have
what
beaten
the
the
point
Minecraft
of the
speedrun
mask
world
is.
record. An incredible feat, but also very divisive. You see, this would lead an unprecedented amount of people to examine every single second of his gameplay and determine that there were some things that simply were too improbable statistically to occur at the same time in the same run, to the point where it's almost impossible. It will be centered on some item drop rates that would allow him to finish the game so damn quickly. When confronted with this, Dream would time and time again deny this vehemently, saying that he didn't cheat, it was legit, and even trying to prove that in numerous ways. In fact, by December 2020, he would get so desperate that he would famously hire a Harvard astrophysicist to write a 20-page report as to why Dream didn't cheat. Yes, it sounds as ridiculous as you might think, and it actually did happen. I still can't believe it to this day. What's most important to point out here is that after this paper and after he tried to disprove it multiple times, his fanatical community, who was extremely big and parasocial at the time, would attack, bully, harass anyone who disagreed. Anyone who'd make a video about this would get bombarded with dislikes, with bad comments. It really set this side of the internet ablaze. Anyone who was a part of the Minecraft community was aware of this. But even so, they didn't let go of this. They weren't going to let him get away with it. And only after a few more months of pressure by the community would Dream finally let go. By May 2021, Dream would write this massively long Twitter post admitting that he cheated, but that he had no idea. He had something installed on his PC, forgotten to remove it or something, and oh man, it just so happened to be there and I didn't. How unfortunate. Cheating accidentally happens
Guys,
to the
I've been
best of
actually
us.
drawn
Well,
with
I'm
the
sure
eye
that
all
when
this
he
time. I
cheated
just
in
didn't know
February
that the eye like kind of
2026,
implied
he
into
did
my
that on
PC. I didn't know that,
accident, too.
okay?
But that's a completely different
Shouldn't
story.
people defy?
All
I
you have
didn't
to
know.
understand is that Dream has quite an impressive cheating resume, okay? And unfortunately, this says a lot about the community. If the biggest Minecraft YouTuber at the time was able to pull off a cheating scandal, then what the hell is stopping everyone else? Nothing. Which is what we've been seeing over the last few years. It feels like every month I see something pop up in my recommended about some guy who cheated and deceived the whole community. At this point, it's part of the Minecraft culture. And so because of that, the community, rightfully so, has a lot of trust issues when it comes to records. Whether it be a speedrun record, a PvP record, a ranking system, you name it. This is a very low trust community when it comes to the competitive scene.
Holy
So by the time Marlowe had become the #1 player of all time in PvP, those same suspicions were being put at the forefront yet again.
Happy
Because she hadn't just
spring!
beaten the best player of all time, which was It's Real Me, she had wiped the floor with him, sitting at 450 points while he was sitting at 330 points. These points signify an accumulation of every single one of these 8 game modes. And Marlowe was the only player on planet Earth that had gotten tier 1 in every single one of these game modes. Have you ever seen someone that is so skilled at driving? They're the best Formula 1 driver, drift car race driver,
That's
rally
me.
car
That's
race driver,
me.
NASCAR
That's
race driver,
me.
just everything.
That's
They're the best
me.
at everything involving
That's
a car.
me.
No.
That's
and yet there she
me.
was
That's me.
doing it.
Sounds
To some,
like
this was an amazing
MMA
achievement that
where
needed to be
everyone's
celebrated,
cheating.
especially since she was a
Really?
woman, and
I
you don't
didn't
see many
know.
of those in Minecraft
Really?
PvP. And to
Hello,
others, this was
ladies. How you
extremely
doing?
suspicious, and it didn't necessarily have to do with gender. Well, actually, it kind of did, because many believed that Marlowe wasn't even a woman. Some had reason to believe that the person behind Marlowe was none other than Danger Mario, a player who already had a bit of a reputation on certain PvP servers.
Danger
and who
Mario?
created Marlowe
Mario
as
is a
his
danger?
persona. One of the first
Wow.
people to reveal this to the world would be
Find you his
YouTuber
pizza obsession or
Zay,
something.
uploading a video titled Marlowe's True Identity, 3+ Years of Lies on May 10th, 2024. He would go very deep here, finding an old video of Danger Mario that was deleted off of YouTube and comparing his and Marlowe's hotbar, and they played very similarly in that regard. He'd also compare their PC specs based on what Marlowe said and what Danger Mario had already revealed to the
What?
internet. They would
What
turn out to
for?
be using the exact same PC coincidentally. Zay would then argue that there's sufficient proof to prove that Danger Mario had used the Marlowe account back in 2021
What?
to test whether he'd get banned or not using the Meteor client in one of the PvP servers he was going on,
Huh?
saying that the Marlowe account just so happened to be banned at the same time that Danger Mario had uploaded video talking about the same subject. At the time, Danger Mario used a TTS voice and never revealed his real voice. Look, this video would get a lot of attention because people already had their suspicions, but it would still get a lot of backlash as well. In 2025, someone would come in and type, "This aged like absolute shit." Someone else would say, "All happened because PvPers never heard of women. Bro isn't cooking. Skull emoji." And overall, he was seen as a complete madman who was prone to conspiracies and who just hated Marlowe because she was a woman. But even though Marlowe's community was very loyal and willing to defend her no matter what, it was getting hard to ignore just how skilled Marlowe was, to the point where it was almost inhuman Back in 2024, this was some of her haters'
Sunshine,
main
lollipops,
criticism, and eventually
rainbows.
it would get too
Dun,
big
dun,
to
dun,
ignore
dun,
because one of the
dun, dun.
co-founders of MCTears.com, Learn, would also become convinced that Marlo has to be cheating. There's no way someone can be that good, it's just inhuman. So Marlo's walls were closing in around her. But even though you might think that this just might be the typical case of a cheater in the Minecraft community, where people keep calling them out, they keep denying it, and eventually they get caught, this here was very different. This was not like the Dream situation, because unlike Dream, Marlo had a secret weapon. And that weapon was the
Boyfriend?
misogyny shield. You saw this in the comments on the video we just saw. Oh, Minecraft player discovers what a woman is. You're just hating because you're insecure and a woman is top 1 in the game that you play. I mean, of course this would be the community's reaction. If a woman just as much says hi in an online game, she gets instantly killed. Marlo was aware of
Fair.
this, and seeing that she was getting never before seen criticism from the community, she decided to fully double down on this defense, creating a video response titled My Experience with the Minecraft PvP Community. A 2-hour, 14-minute video going through every piece of criticism ever laid upon her and presenting it with this thumbnail. And I mean, come on, you know, like, it doesn't take a genius here. It makes it look like she's being assaulted by a mob of angry psychos just because she's a woman. And if you watch the video itself, that's mostly the arguments used here. The video would mostly focus on 2 topics. And Marlo would speak with, well, a female-sounding voice. It would make Learn, one of the co-founders of MCTears.com, seem like a backstabbing psychopath who had it in for her just because she's a woman. The other part of the video would focus on the whole idea of totalitarianism, how she silences any critics, and how this whole thing, this whole hoax about how she's actually Danger Mario is nothing more but a carefully engineered lie to smear her. How, according to her, she believes that the Danger Mario account was created and owned by those same haters, how she has nothing to do with it. This video would get over 800,000 views, would be very well received, have a very nice like to dislike ratio, and the comments would be nothing but supportive, reiterating that this is just a game, or saying things like absolutely ridiculous the amount of obstacles you had to go through just because you merely existed. Many were convinced that this wasn't a topic about catfishing or cheating. This was purely insecure men who just couldn't stand seeing a woman be better than them in a game. It made the overall Minecraft community look bad, something that this community truly didn't need, seeing as like every year there's a content creator that comes out to be some sort of child diddler, and it strengthened the misogyny shield defense to unprecedented levels for Marlo. But again, while some were really concerned with the idea that this was a catfish, this wasn't a woman, at the time it overshadowed the main issue. The fact that she's a hacker, the fact that she's not playing legit, she's too good for a human being. This wasn't about gender. But after this video that was released in July 2024, if you went to any Minecraft PvP content creator, even someone who was absolutely destroyed by her, with proof that she's cheating, you get immediately and utterly shut down. Because by that point onwards, if you had anything
Not really
negative to say
sunshine
about
and
Marlo,
lollipops.
you were considered a misogynist in the Minecraft community. You were someone who simply hated women. You were an incel because Marlo did nothing wrong.
Ah!
And so, emboldened by
Don't
this
like this
incredible
word,
support
Twitch.
by
Don't
the
like this
community,
word.
a few months later, around the end of 2024, Marlo would release a 17-page Google Doc titled The Future of MC Tears. Here she would reiterate some of the points she raised in her video about Learn being a weirdo and about how the other co-founder, Enz, wasn't agreeing to removing him. This is when she would announce to the world that since she's the one who was paying for the infrastructure of MC Tears, she'd be reclaiming her accounts to become the sole owner of MCTears.com as well as its Minecraft PvP server. She has successfully convinced the community that these 2 other co-founders
straight up
were
own
weird
things
and
like
that
this?
the website was going to continue, but instead of being co-owned by 3 people, it would be owned by her exclusively. There was nothing
For some
really
reason,
suspicious
I have
or
a
weird
problems
to be
with
considered by the
drawing
wider
bows.
community at the time. And so,
Like
end of
rendering
2024
bows for some
onwards, this
reason.
would somewhat
For
be the
ages
status quo.
already.
After reaching rank 1, Marlo would retire. MC Tears would still be the top destination for any PvP-related rankings, and on the surface, it seemed like things were starting to calm down. But they weren't. And to be honest, it's mostly because this tier list is one of the weirdest things I've ever seen in my life. By this point, both Marlo and It's Real Me would have retired. They're not playing the game anymore. They're not participating in rankings anymore. And yet MC Tears had this weird policy where even retired players get to stay on the overall leaderboard, the overall active leaderboard. This meant that
Did
Marlo
play a
was
lot
number
of
1.
Minecraft?
And since Marlo somehow managed...
Really? Gotta be honest. I don't even own it. I was playing, last time I played was 2 years ago? 2 years ago? I was still having the Microsoft, like Xbox, how you call it? How you call it? subscription. But after the new things that they added, blah, 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 I'm not using the subscription anymore. I'm not paying for that shit anymore. So yeah, I don't have a Minecraft anymore. Ah! But I want to.
To get
like-
tier 1 in every single fucking
I would
game
like to
mode,
come back to the
it meant
Minecraft
that no
actually.
one on planet
Is
Earth
it just
could ever
noise?
hope
Are you following
to
along?
get number 1. She had capped the point.
50-50. That's one of the reasons why sometimes we can watch the videos that I've already watched, because I don't care. I don't care if I watch the video. I don't care if I remember it or don't remember. Sometimes I'm just okay with rewatching shit. But this one is completely new and I'm kind of following along. But in the same time not. But in the same time yes. But in the same time if you're gonna ask me that much things, I'm gonna be like eh. Mostly just the noise. Mostly just the noise. That's why I'm asking people to send videos that they would like to watch as well. And if it's gonna interest me as well, we're gonna watch it. Because I find videos more enjoyable than music. I mean, from time to time, right? Like, depends on the mood, depends on the work. I find videos more entertaining. Yes, yes. Are you following along? Are you?
Points, 450 points, tier 1 in everything. Even if you were to get tier 1 in everything, you would only cap at 450 points, which makes you second place, and she reached it first. This meant that she had a chokehold on the tier lists for the Minecraft PvP community and on the number 1 spot. Over time, people would start to find this ridiculous, and the criticism would intensify to never before seen levels. However, if you had anything to say about Marlo, her cheating, or her not being an actual woman,
No, I don't
you
know
would simply
Minecraft.
get banned
Really?
from the
Wait,
MC tiers,
what? Like,
Discords as a whole, and
no
blacklisted from the
knowledge?
server. This meant that you
At
could
all?
never hope to participate in this tier list that is
swear
considered
to
to
God,
be the
Twitch,
official
please. Oh,
tier list for Minecraft PvP, and you wouldn't even be able to play on the Minecraft server of MC tiers. Anytime you'd open your mouth to say anything regarding Marlo that's negative, you would simply be
sense
banned
only.
for being a dirty
I
misogynist.
have it sometimes as
incel.
well. I don't
The
know why.
silencing would go on for almost 2 years, but it would finally reach a boiling point in 2026 when everything that Marlo had built would fall apart within the span of a
Is it
few
something
weeks,
I did
while also revealing
accidentally?
to us her extremely disturbing master plan, which involved her purposefully waiting until things do reach a boiling point in order to fake her death on a call with some of the biggest Minecraft content creators you can imagine. The Minecraft
Guys,
PvP
guys, I think I'm
Why you
dying.
not drinking,
Guys, I think
huh?
I'm done.
You
I think
wanna die?
Gishi, you can have cheeseburger.
I'm alive again. I think misogyny got to her, yes. Misogyny. All of that bad shit. All that bad shit got into me. It's all the fault of the misogyny. Misogyny. Or the people who misogynistic. It got to me. You should have scared my cat off. Apologize. I'm so Извини, спиритсри. Да чё похуй. So I guess someone got a bear it so I can enjoy watching Dragon Gishi. Gishi Dragon Jojo. Thank you so much. So guys, yeah. I'm alive again, by the way. Are you happy? I don't hear you being happy. Why don't I hear you being happy? I'm quite devastated. Why don't I hear you being happy, huh? Why don't? It's interesting, by the way, I don't hear the sound effect. This bell should have a sound effect. It's a new thingy that VTuber Studio have. I don't hear it. Maybe because we're typing. You're so smart, aren't ya, huh? You're so smart. You're so smart. Aren't ya? Look at you. I don't hear. Wait, I think I hear. Wait. I think I hear. Wait, I think I hear, but really low, right? Do you hear it? Do you hear it? Gio, hello! You should go crazy once more. No, I'm trying to do like the sound for the thingy, but I guess I need to just like look at the how to do that in this fourth time. Hello, Gio, how you doing? How you? Did you already try the new VTuber Studio update? Your mama, maybe your mama. How about your mama, huh? Does your mama know that you're watching VTubers, huh? Does your mama know that you're watching VTubers? Yes, no, maybe so. Yes, no. Does she knows, or should I say it? Should I say to her that you're watching VTubers, huh? That you're doing something inappropriate like this, Should I tell her? Should she know? Next time we're gonna meet each other. I'm gonna tell her. You're right, see? Let me answer. No! They're threatening me with financial support. That's a financial abuse. That's a financial abuse at this point. I see how it is. That's a financial abuse, man. Man, they all want my failure. You know what? You're never gonna get it. Nah. No siree. What? What? How did my tongue just... What? Sometimes it'd be like that. I'll see how it is. I see how it is. You're just playing a toxic husband route here. You're like trying to financially abuse me. What's next? You're gonna say that the lasagna was too cold? You're gonna hit me? What afterwards, huh? What afterwards? I'm not
the
talking to you
community would
anymore.
reach a boiling
That's
point
it. I'm not
around
talking to you
January
anymore.
2026. Around this time,
I'm not talking to you anymore. Don't even
YouTubers
try.
would release
I'm
their
not.
own videos exposing Marlo, whether it be deception about the fact that she's a woman or straight up talking about
ignoring
how
you.
she's a hacker, she's a cheater,
All of you.
and she's not actually that good at the game, providing as much proof as possible based on the gameplay we were given. As far as I can tell, this would all start on January 10th, 2026, when the YouTuber Critically would upload the video titled The Art of Deception, Marlo, in which he'd argue that Marlo's moves were physically impossible, but also that her gameplay was simply inconsistent. He'd make multiple gameplay specific arguments as to how Marlo's gameplay simply didn't make sense unless she was hacking, going up against someone using hacks himself to prove that her moveset was the same exact thing. It was just how a hacker would play. When he would bring any ounce of criticism up in the server, well, he'd get banned for destructive behavior. So now he has no access to MC tiers and can't participate in the tier list. Unlike the videos released in 2024, this one would be received pretty well, with many agreeing. 6 days later, on January 16th, 2026, the YouTuber Mario Kart 617 would release a video titled The Curious Case of Marlo, in which he'd also argue, using some of the same arguments, that Marlo is simply not legitimate. There are some very obvious signs of aimbotting, as well as just straight up
Aimbotting in
And all these
Minecraft,
videos
I
had one thing
fucking...
in common, making
You
the
cannot
point
make
that the
this shit up.
referee shouldn't
Aimbotting
be
in
a part of the
Minecraft.
competition. Marlo, being in such a
Beautiful.
position of power, allowed her to get away with this for a long time without anyone being able to do anything about it because she owned the tier list. So as you can see, these videos were coming out fairly frequently in January, and unlike back in 2024, they weren't being received as like conspiracy theorists because these people weren't focusing on the fact that Marlo wasn't a woman. They were focusing on the fact that Marlo was cheating, regardless of gender.
Nah.
And
You're
even though
focusing on the
Marlo
fact
was
that
running
she's a
her
woman.
Discord
You
like a totalitarian
misogynist.
dictator, banning pretty much anyone with anything negative to say, these accusations of cheating would start to take hold in a very serious way in the community, to the point where even she couldn't ignore it. Even in her little totalitarian Discord, she had to make some sort of response. And eventually, she did. On January 23rd, 2026, Marlo would upload the video titled Hacking is Bad, sitting at over 1 million views. Starting it off with some text on the screen saying, for
It's the
years,
same as the
I've
AI
been
user
accused
will
of
be like,
hacking, boosting,
guys,
other forms of
using AI is
anti-competitive
bad, you know.
behavior. Throughout the community, for years, people have used my name, skin, etc. in order to attempt to increase views. In recent times, this has been detrimental. A domino effect has led people to rapidly producing content claiming I hack. It certainly does get clicks. I will be proving my legitimacy in a public manner, as it's the only way to make it properly accessible to outsiders coming across slander. So for this, Marlo would show a hand cam of her mouse. That's it. No keyboard. She'd use some excuse about needing to use a keyboard tray, right? But you can't even see the keyboard, which is funny because some of the main accusations were relating to the hotbar and how quickly she switched between items that wasn't humanly possible. But anyway, she would show a hand cam, and to the many people watching this, who also happened to watch the other instances in which she destroyed pro players, they could see something very interesting. The fact that she was extremely slow. Okay, this was nothing compared to the gameplay we had seen of Marlo previously. This was not the same Marlo that beat Clown 100-0. You know why? Because this actually looked like a human being playing. Those other clips weren't. Marlo would also show this all happen on a brand new laptop, trying to prove that there were no hacks involved whatsoever, and then would go on to show the entire PC, right? A forensic screenshot. That's the majority of the video. That's like 1 hour, 40 minutes of the video. It's safe to say that most people didn't really watch this. But the point that Marlo was trying to make here is that no, there are no hacks on my PC, and my gameplay is actually legit, but it actually would backfire very hard.
It's like when
This was
Leech
just
plays.
another dream hiring an astrophysicist scenario. Marlo had carefully thought out the initial video that she had made back in 2024, making herself out to be a victim being attacked by the Minecraft community for being a woman. But this was different. This felt like she was digging herself deeper into a hole that she had created. That's because her answers to the many questions the community had only ended up raising even more questions. Why are you hiding your keyboard? Why is your gameplay so different? Why are you so slow? Something just wasn't adding up. So barely a week after uploading this video, as more and more people start to ask questions, and as certain content creators also started to ask these questions, Marlo would make this statement in her Discord server, saying, "Hey everyone, I'm making this post to announce that I will be transferring ownership of MC tiers and leaving all of my related staff positions. Ownership will be transferred to Rai Rai, who, as many of you know, has been a long-term staff member and contributor to the project. Over time, it has become clear that the bitterness towards my position has grown to a point where it now actively detracts from the community itself. I believe that my presence is no longer ideal for the health and stability of the community, and that transferring ownership is circumstantially necessary. I would like to make something clear though. I reject the claims of corruption. theft, and abuse that have been made against me as an owner, and my decision to transfer ownership does not serve as a concession to being guilty of these claims. Despite leaving, I will not allow my previous reputation as an owner to be tarnished. I intend to release an extensive video covering and conclusively debunking these claims. In fact, it's among my top priorities at the moment, and due to the totality of the claims being made, it will take some time to complete. On a personal level, this is a deeply disappointing decision for me to make. I've invested an enormous amount of time, effort, and care into building this community throughout the many years that I've been a part of it, and it feels as if my effort has been repeatedly met with hatred and vitriol along the way. I still intend to remain part of the competitive scene. Competing has always been one of the core reasons I have been as immersed in the game as I am, and I'm not yet finished fulfilling my ambitions. I believe people will also get to see once more that my success as a player was never a result of any stat position I held, but rather was the result of my mindset and dedication towards becoming a better player. Something that I want to note is that I have been largely offline on Discord. I have signed in out of necessity to make this post, and my absence will remain the case for the foreseeable future while I focus on what's in front of me. I hope that Rai and all the other supporting staff members will have a positive experience with the community moving forward. At this point, the community was split. On one hand, they felt shame that they were part of a community that bullied a woman so endlessly that she had to leave, and they wanted their revenge. On the other hand, people saw this as an admission of guilt, as someone trying to run away, not that they were caught. Not
I cannot show it with my gameplay in Overwatch. I cannot enter it.
To leave, and with her, many others would follow, including Flowtives, a well-known player in the community who had previously defended Marlo against the hate and vitriol she had received, that now said he believes she's cheating. Additionally saying that he's very frustrated with the tier list system because almost like 40% of the top 200 players are just hackers in his opinion. Things felt like they were completely falling apart, but this was just the beginning. This was nothing compared to what would happen next. On February 12th, 2026, the YouTuber Refwan would release a video titled Marlo, the biggest cheater in Minecraft history. Here, we'd get some of the most detailed analysis on the internet when it came to why and how Marlo cheats, going frame by frame to show that it's physically impossible as to how fast Marlo would switch items on the hotbar. The only way to do so is hacking. That's literally how it looks when you hack, as well as going deep inside the math of it. So really analyze all sides as well, trying to view this from different viewpoints.
I mean, for now, I only know that
this
she's a woman, though.
If she's not innocent, that means this happened. Additionally, he'd reached out to some of the top players in the community, as well as people who are specialists when it comes to Minecraft hacks. Not a single person sided with Marlo. And this to many was enough proof. She's 100% cheating. There's no arguing about it anymore. People are finally not
I don't know shit about this drama.
But again, you'd be mistaken to think that this is where things ended. Because now that people understood that Marlo was hacking, next up came the accusation that was already shut down a couple years ago for sexism, which was the fact that Marlo wasn't even Marlo. It was a man that was pretending to be a woman. On March
that
15th,
was a short-lived
YouTuber Refwan would upload another video titled The Marlo Interview featuring Danger Marlo. In this video, Refwan would get into a call with Marlo and ask her to prove that she's a woman by saying some very simple words, nothing crazy. And so Marlo took the bait, thinking that this was going to be simple. But Refwan had carefully planned this out. But before we get into this, you have to understand how Marlo's real voice sounded, the one that was shown in her previous videos. Listen.
I got hurt, but I got over
red
it.
Carpet for a new prospect to replace me by exiling
I just have a really low self-esteem,
most people, this
especially
video
if
seemed
it's
like it was
about
intended
how
to service the
So this was how she sounded in her 2024 video in which she accused the community of dogpiling her. Now listen to how she sounds in the call with Refwan when he would ask her to say some very
Are you saying Nemo just because you don't hear me?
Key, cow, cake, cookie, kick, coke.
cat, key, cow, cake, cookie, kick, coke.
Wait, what?
Can you sing a song for me? I'm not gonna sing a song for you.
So look, it sounded very robotic, suspiciously so. He would then ask her to sing a song. She doesn't want to sing a song. Okay, fine. He would then ask her a very simple request, the final request. Please, just say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do with the proper pitch, right? Like not do, re, mi, fa, no, like do,
what
re,
if
mi,
she
fa, sol, la,
cannot
si,
read
do.
it?
And so, yeah, watch what happens.
Okay, okay, just say do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si, do. You don't have to sing it, just change pitch. That's it.
She's nowhere to be found. She's still online, on the phone, nowhere to be found. Can't even say the simple sentence, right? Like a 5-year-old can do this.
Type in the message.
After 1 minute and 13 seconds of pure silence, Marlo would disconnect and then would conveniently say that the power cut out in her state. Yeah, how convenient. Things were now looking
There are no
horrendously
women
bad
on the
for Marlo.
internet.
Not only were people convinced that she was a straight up hacker, but now it was about the fact that she wasn't even a woman. In fact, he was pretending to be a woman this whole time. But why? To what end? What's the goal here? Who is this Danger Mario, and what the hell does he want from this community? What was the plan? Well, after this video from Refon, we would find out, and it would be way more disturbing than any of us could have ever imagined.
No way.
On March 18th, 2025, the YouTuber Aximity would upload a video titled Marlo's True Identity, in which he claims that someone close to Danger Mario, who knew him, would join his Discord claiming he had text messages dating back all the way to 2023 that would expose him for who he truly was and his entire plan.
Is that the way to go? Number 2 in Gishichi still in bonita? Yes, I do feel bonita.
With messages dating back to 2023 would be referring to
It even can do the
this
sound,
other
but I
person
still
as
can
Danger,
figure
aka
how exactly
Danger
to do that.
Mario, the person accused of being behind the control of Marlo. Back in December 2023, we could see the plans that Danger Mario was having for Marlo, saying, "But next year I'm going to hard grind YouTube and commentate content by cloning an AI voice impression of Marlo.
Why you
I'll
not
rack up a bunch
drinking,
of
huh?
subs and
You
become
wanna
pretty
die?
well known, then I might open up a large-scale Minecraft server as they are extremely profitable. I have a Discord server full of social media influencers and
Thank you
server
so much
admins,
for the
and I'm going
hydrate.
to use that to fully prepare the blacklist, which is basically a list of players that have been known for malicious activity like swatting, grooming, doxing, etc. I'll be able to gain camaraderie with a lot of relevant servers and influencers simply by running something so community-oriented. Hell, in 2024, Danger Mario would send the leaker an image. In it, we can see Discord messages, and more importantly, in the yellow highlighted text, we can see Marlo being either replied to or pinged. This only happens when you're the person being pinged or being replied to, so he's right here showing that he's actually Marlo. This leaker was someone who definitely was very trusted by Danger Mario. Back in 2024, as Marlo was getting a lot of backlash and needed to address the community in some way, Danger Mario would write these statements and then send them to this leaker to ask his opinion. And one of the most interesting things in these text messages would be how in January 26, 2024, Danger Mario would already be pre-planning to release the infamous video known as My Experience with the Minecraft PvP Community on July 2024. He would, in his own words, say, "Indeed,
I feel lightheaded. Can you hear it? I'm gonna puke. Please do hear it.
あ、来た俺の友達僕の友達
Computer Razer, welcome! 新しい友達できた。嬉しいね。This one is for you. You go, girl. Yes, we hear. Nice. Can it? Can't you tell it a little bit louder? Привет, Reiki. Hello, Reiki. I'm dizzy. I'm dizzy. Wee wee wee. Wee wee wee. They even have let me. Look, they even have this. It's jiggle jiggle. Guys, jiggle jiggle. Jiggle jiggle. Did I just hear Ado say tomodachi? It was not Ado, it was Mafu Mafu. But 新しい友達できた。嬉しいね。It's me. I said that. Yes. And there's been another one. There's been another one. Oh, there it is. Guys, I think I'm full on shit. To all my ADHD viewers, are you okay? Is that enough? Are we good? You can just clip plenty sweetheart. Just clip. This case sounds more like glass wind chimes. Actually, that is fair. That is fair. Give me more and more. We don't have more though, sadly. It's like, coming with the new update, that is 3 things that it's in there. Feeling relaxed? Is she enjoying her baby sensory time? Shut up. I hate how you guys know me like by this time already. I hate how you I hate you. I hate all of you. I feel so relaxed actually. If you really want some itchiness, how about a bag of coins shaken? Nah, it's going to be too loud. But it's a good idea as well. But it's a good idea. We need to do a Gishidayo keychain, which is gonna be like Gishidayo every time it shakes. I feel so cool. Am I enjoying it a little bit too much? Should I get checked on autism or something on this after this stream? I hate how for this I need to actually shake my head. I can actually kind of manipulate which sound you're gonna hear. Like I already figured if I'm gonna like move kind of like this, you're gonna mostly trigger the glass. But if like this, I kind of trigger the bells and stuff. The technology. Kakay me like that. Alright, Clip, thank you so much, Fancy. I'm sorry guys, tell me if I'm like overdoing it a little bit. I'm just actually enjoying myself right now. Hello, Bella. Yay! Hello, Adi, how you doing? We're balling, nice. We're balling as well. Adi, what the fuck, man? What the fuck? Schneider Pepe, what the fuck? Why are you doing it to yourself? No, for happiness, you don't necessarily need to do that. You can just like do
Gishi,
this.
you can have cheeseburger.
Thank you so much for the cheeseburger without cheese. I would like some cocktail along with that. Thank you for the bed. Yeah, you're funny and even funnier when you're having fun. Nice. Nice. Not getting sketched ever, by the way. Sketched? What are you talking about right now? Pet the bells. You wanna pet the bells? You like the bells more than me? The clicks are making me crave whiskey now, actually fair. I would like to have some energy drink with lots of ice in it, just like how I was doing it in Starbucks. You know, my friend taught me like a little Starbucks life hack. Oh, holy shit! Like a little Starbucks life hack. Basically, you just put a bunch of shit tons of ice in the glass and put some energy drink in it, and it's gonna be so fucking nice. I like feet more than bells. Well, bad day for you. Bad freaking 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 day for you. They're actually making sound. Did you heard it? They actually made sound. I think you hear the bells on my foot too much. You actually can hear them? I feel happy with this update. This VTube Studio update is amazing. It's freaking amazing. Okay, I had my fun. Okay. I'm gonna make it a little bit lower for you. You still have it. Still gonna have it. I enjoy it. It's going to be my emotional stimulator.
This next vid is going to be about the community. It'll be really good for sparking drama and people sympathizing. Should redirect the haters and gain tons of support. The leaker would say, nice thumbnail. Yeah, that'll definitely spark drama. To which Danger Mario would say, I might be able to attain full ownership of the tier list in doing this, showing that this was the plan all along. Additionally, in these messages, we'd see Danger Mario sending this leaker an image of the hacks that he's using. It was an add-on to the client that he was using, the Meteor client. The reason why it went undetected for so long was because there was only one version of this. It was coded by someone named SNQ, purely just for Danger Mario. We'd also understand why Marlo sounded so weird in Rifuan's video. That's because he'd be planning ever since January 2024 to generate an AI clone of himself talking in the Marlo voice. Apparently, Danger Mario had a pretty good effeminate voice. The guy had a high-pitched voice, I guess, and would want to train an AI to speak like him, and he would actually start using it for videos. This is when the leaker would link a video of a collab between Marlo and someone else, I guess, and would say, was this the AI voice? It's pretty good. To which Marlo would say, or I guess, yeah, Danger Mario would say, no, that was not good enough for me. I did that like 1.5 years ago and he uploaded it late. It bothered me. Next vid will be a lot more legit sounding. And so, of course, when it comes to these text messages, some people would say that it's probably too convenient, right? This really features everything here. Well, Ximity didn't just upload this video without doing any research or really looking into this. He'd go above and beyond and would attach every single bit of proof this leaker had about Danger Mario in a Google Drive. We'd even see a video of the leaker himself opening Telegram on his phone to show that all of these messages are legit. They're not made up, they're not photoshopped, they're not fake. This is exactly why the final part of this video is so damn disturbing. Genuinely, in all my time looking at like content creator drama, I've never seen something so disgusting, so audacious. In messages with the leaker as early as December 2023, Danger Mario would understand that eventually this whole Marlo persona will be exposed. This is when he'd come up with what he'd call the peer plot, saying, I'm going to fake Marlo's death by jumping off of a bridge with the camera facing the other way. I'll do it in a group with Marlo's closest friends and a few influencers. But before that, I'm going to spread false allegations about her from an alt, which I have already received staff positions on, grouping allegations. I've already built up the realism in Marlo committing suicide and vent conversations to her friends. Anyways, the grouping allegation video is more of a spark because I know the community is going to freak out over it.
Just
I'll
video
have
about
fully
who?
faked evidence
Latest?
and it will look legit. I think starting the Minecraft server
Thank you
would
for
be
the
pretty smart though.
cliplancy.
First, there are some people I
It's
want to
about
help as well that I
Minecraft.
know as Marlo. So I need to attain some kind of financial
Holy.
success as well. Hyde thinks it's probably a poor decision to do the peer plot, but my concern is that I know that this won't last forever and eventually something will come out. So I have to be able to do something like this before it ends, then I'll be successful in my goal. He'd even go as far as to say that if people would find out that the whole suicide attempt was fake, they'll just reverse it later, saying that he was in a mental hospital for months. It's just absolutely disgusting. It's mind-boggling that someone like this was able to get away with this for this long, all while throwing an entire gender under the bus. And for what? Some money? Some fame? Really? This is how far you'd go just to get that? Let's not forget that Marlo was an inspiration for a lot of female gamers. This person, or at this point, persona, had a lot of fans, both male and female. People who had bothered to defend her, people who had bothered to be there for her in her most vulnerable moments. This would have traumatized so many people, and this dude's over here talking about it casually like he's about to go for boba tea on a Sunday. I mean, dude, this Danger Mario guy is ridiculous. At some point, he'd be working with someone in order to make the MC Tiers website, right? This was meant to be a joint venture. They were meant to work together. This meant that the person who made the website trusted Marlo, or Danger Mario. It's the same person. Well, Danger Mario would just simply steal the entire website without really paying this person or even working with them like the promise was. And that's actually how the current MC Tiers website would exist. This whole design was stolen by Marlo. The person who got scammed had to make an entirely different website on their own, and it's called pvptiers.com, which is now a competitor to mctiers.com, but still not as popular. And I think the most ironic thing in all this is that Ximity had actually made a video about Marlo almost a year ago, back in 2024.
Holy shit.
He got harassed so badly by Marlo's community, called a sexist, an incel, misogynist, etc., that he ended up having to delete his entire channel, but there he is, back, and this time fully vindicated. To say that this absolutely shattered the Minecraft PvP community would be an understatement. This was an unprecedented earthquake, and now the memes that have come out of this are endless. One of my favorites is how Marlo was able to get tier 1 in everything except singing Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Si Do. But of course, the main question was, now that this is all out, what did Marlo have to say about it? What was Marlo's response? She, or now he, was always there when controversy would get this big, was always willing to respond. And even though most people would have expected Marlo to completely disappear after this, surprisingly, they would send a message in Discord to everyone on March 18th, 2026, in which they would say, at everyone, Hi, I want to provide you all with a proper explanation for everything that is currently going on. I'm generally reserved when it comes to addressing allegations since I feel like it's best to do it in video form, but this controversy has...
Thank you so much, Zon! Thank you so much for the subby! Thank you, thank you! Thank you, Tons! How you doing? How you feeling? How you? Did you notice I became like, either I became a little bit woozy from me shaking my head for so long, or actually became like really chill suddenly with all of this like sound, like audio stimulants, right? Am I autistic? Fucking God knows. I see you on the road. On the road? At the work? Happy to see you here. Why not both? Fair. Yes, very much so, man. So, my man, then we both gonna enjoy this. And we both are enjoying this. Don't thank me. Thank VTube Studio. What did I miss? New VTube Studio update. A big old pink bow and a pretty lady. Hello, Chloe. Yes. I actually do feel so fucking relaxed. You have no idea. Again, I might be just woozy because I genuinely need to shake my head for all the sounds to work. Like, I genuinely need to do this in a quite big ratio as well, but then I can just lobotomize you just to be safe. Why lobotomize me if you can just like give me the you know, the audio stimulants like this? Why lobotomize me? It's pretty much the same effect, I think. What did I miss? I don't know what you missed. Did some miss anything? Definitely fucked with mine and I still liked it. Nice. What is the update? It looks cute, by the way. Thank you. Update basically now in VTube Studio you can add sounds to the motion or physics, I think, even. So now if I move, for example, these assets that have sounds of them, it's like free provided assets from VTube Studio. They do the sounds. It's fucking amazing. I can slap a bowl on my head now. Yes, with a sound, with a bell. Yes. Yes, yes. It's amazing. It's fucking amazing. I love it. You can do... Imagine if you are an ASMR VTuber. Imagine just doing an ASMR stream with ASMR assets. Fucking imagine that. It's a new generation, guys. It's a revolutionary update right here. Right here, right there. It's a revolutionary update. Maybe I can make it redeem jiggle for 30 seconds. Yes, jiggle, 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 jiggle. Pay attention, jiggle, jiggle. And you can stumble effects with them, like expressions from your own. Yes, it's so cool. I'm actually so happy that VTube Studio do so many like actually amazing updates. Even though they could have go by the, you know, by the way of not doing anything and stay kind of, you know, monopolizing the whole VTuber space, but they decided to be cool and actually, you know, add in cool stuff. Gishi, I have a random health question, but growing up, did you learn about how to deworm and detox parasites from the body? Nah, never. That's because here in America, we don't learn it growing up. We don't either. The maximum that we are learning about this, I don't know, don't sit on the cold surfaces because you're gonna get fragility. Not fragility, but like basically problems, health problems. And I guess that's all. And I love good companies, yes. I still remember how VTube Studio made an update with bad capturing for NVIDIA. And since I'm using NVIDIA NVIDIA GeForce capturing, I got under it and my model was looking fucking crazy, like actually crazy. I was so devastated by it because I didn't know what to do. And like basically in the same day or so, if I remember, VTube Studio made an update where you can no, not in the same day, but basically pretty soon they made an update that you can choose between the old capturing method and the new one, because for some people it still worked kinda, but for a lot of people like me it was not working for some reason. So they made it like you can choose between two. I remember something about pills to kill the worms. I don't think that we have anything about worms. The only thing that we have is like, I don't know, don't eat too much raw fish or something. I think that's all, Gargano.
Reached a point where I can't not say anything. Increasingly, this has blown up to the point where
We're
havoc is
social
being
lovers,
wreaked upon my
actually.
reputation, my friendships, and my mental health. As most of you probably know, over the course of the year, I have been receiving cheating allegations. Over time, these allegations shifted from cheating into something more personal. For a long time now, I have been working on an extensive video to debunk the allegations being brought against me. The video has taken up countless hours of work and is already over 2 hours long. It would be already out by now, but every day more allegations come. It is challenging to keep up with the quantity and scope of new, relevant videos and allegations to cover. I'm going to have to draw the line for how much I can include in this video. I will be finishing up everything I have already currently planned to include, and will be publishing the video as soon as I am able to. Due to the new serious allegations that have come out, I will have to create another video after the release of my next one. While my upcoming video will provide a large amount of insight into many of the claims being made, it is important that I address everything, hence the need for another afterwards. Recently, allegations surrounding the player Danger Mario have resurfaced, and all the subsequent allegations that come as a result. The driving factor behind all of this is the quantity of the supporting evidence. My belief is that anyone who is judging the situation this way is unaware of the extent of impersonation that this player, as well as his surrounding group of friends, have gone to in order to ruin me. I have already made a video which included this in extreme detail, see section Totalitarianism in my experience with the Minecraft PvP community. The most compelling part of the evidence being used against me is the fact that it has instances of conversations and personal details discussed about me within it. My ADHD as an example. In my full debunk video, I'll be addressing the origins of how these things were obtained, as well as what is actually going on throughout the situation. It's important that I reiterate, people claiming to be me does not mean that they are me. I understand that the scale of the evidence might appear significant, but it must be remembered that this is the same group of people that are willing to create an entire 2v2t YouTube series in an attempt to lure me into getting further conned. I strongly advise people refamiliarize themselves with what was covered in my old video, as it demonstrates the persistent pattern of behavior that serves as the foundation for everything happening today. Now look, I know what you might be thinking. How did she exactly disprove the fact that she's Danger Mario in this 2-hour 14-minute video? Well, yes, it will be in the section Totalitarianism, and it would mostly focus on a few interesting individuals that wouldn't stop harassing her about the fact that she's Danger Mario. These people would inconsistently accuse Marlo of being Danger Mario, while also saying that they used to know Danger Mario on the Anarchy server that he used to play on back in 2021. Marlo would claim that this is harassment and that what they were saying was inconsistent, but the problem was that this felt like Marlo was purely focusing on these people because it was easy to focus on them. It was easy to make them look bad because they didn't seem to be the most mentally stable individuals, and that worked at the time. But right now, this is all outdated. These text messages that were leaked from Telegram are completely different from this.
Listen, we have no connections to this bullshit, okay?
It was sent in 2023, and we have proof. The person opened Telegram and showed us. It's not photoshopped, it's not edited. How would Marlo explain that a screenshot was sent from someone who's being referred to as Danger, in which he was being pinged on the Marlo account? It just doesn't make sense. It's very easy to tell people, oh, go watch this 2-hour video that I know you won't even watch to prove that I'm innocent, but in reality, these Telegram messages pretty much debunk everything. In the end though, Marlo seems to care more about the fact that people are exposing that, well, he's a man, compared to the fact that he's a cheater. The evidence and the proof are simply overwhelming. This is not real gameplay, this is not real skill, and this has nothing to do with whether this is a man or a woman. But it was Danger Mario himself, or Marlo, or whatever you want to call this person, that very conveniently used the fact that they were a woman to deflect any criticism, throwing an entire gender under the bus. At the same time, the master plan of faking their death in order to run away from having to take responsibility for being a fraud is peak degenerate behavior. And you know what's crazy? Throughout my research, I saw people who didn't even play Minecraft PvP defending Marlo, right? Because they just happened to be a woman, or they just happened to be someone who wanted to stand up for women's rights, and saw people bullying Marlo thinking that it's simply because a woman happened to be good at a game and was being bullied for it because of insecure men. The person behind Marlo planning to do something like this is the biggest form of insult for anyone who's dealing with mental health issues, and even content creators who went through the same thing and actually went with taking their own life. One example that comes to my mind is Etika, and it's just disgusting that someone like this would want to attempt to recreate that, all just to get away from the responsibility of something they created. Look, usually I wait for someone's response, but I doubt that Marlo's response...
He had a kitty! What a shithead! What a shitass! He had a kitty and he was still doing and stuff like this. He had a kitty! What did the kitty do? Oh, what did the kitty do? So what I have understood from this video is don't trust women and cancel them. So you're gonna cancel your mama? Bruh.
Response is going to be adequate. I doubt that it's going to be any different from the last video they made. This is just another dream situation where we have so much proof that they're cheating, and while they can try to yap and talk for 2 to 3 hours about it,
I don't want to be alive anymore.
In fact, the more you talk about it, the more you'll seem suspicious, because why do you need to explain
already? What do you mean?
The community has already made up its mind, and even people who used to call others misogynistic for calling out Marlo are now siding with them. This was never about gender, and it shouldn't ever be about gender. This is about someone who took over an entire community illegitimately in the most manipulative way possible. And if there's anything for you to learn from this, it's to never defend content creators blindly. Look at all the different perspectives and then make...
Are you gonna defend me blindly? Like blindly? Are you gonna defend me if the time will come? Are you gonna just like, whatever I do, you're just gonna be like, no, Gish could never! Nope, nope. Bruh. Never really? Blind? Yes, blindly, like blind lad. I have a cute bow, you know? Look. I have a cute bow. Don't I deserve to like blind followers? Like blind followers, like cult-like followers, and I'm cute. You should listen to the cute people. Bruh. You're just being weird. I don't know. I fucking don't know. I think I'm having the wrong audience. I think I need something different. Gishi canceling comments soon, including dozens, called my experience with Gishi. What's your experience with me aside of me being extremely cute? Gishi, you're not drinking, are you? I'm not. The only thing I was drinking is actually energy drink, and right now I'm gonna drink some cough syrup. Actually. Nah, I can't trust women, bro. Who said I'm woman? Who said I'm woman? Do I need to remind you about Pepe what the fuck? What's wrong with Pepe what the fuck, Schnelle? What's wrong with Pepe what the fuck, Schnelle? Schnelle Pepe what? What's wrong with Pepe Schnelle what the fuck? Hope you feel better? I do feel better. Yeah. I do feel really better. Really better. I'm almost like good. I'm almost fully good. Cringe, your mama! Жесть у вас тут народа, это что, bubble tea? Дай попробовать, я не буду это покупать за 600 рублей. Что ты не будешь это покупать за 600 рублей? А если я туда плюну? Привет, Хейнтер. Шнель Пипи, what the fuck? В смысле не будешь это покупать за 600 рублей? А если я туда плюну? Жесть! Пеп Шнеле. Messi too. I hope you can get here a little bit more. Gonna need to clip farm this part. Thank you. You're not my mama. I'm not your mama, Pepe Schnelle. I'm your mama. Another ASMR for the I don't know, auto lovers. Если ты заплюнешь и за 700 не возьму. Да Пепе Шнелли, ну что такое? Ну что мне за аудитория, блядь? Просто так? Как культ меня не будут, за мной следовать не будут. Харчу мою пить не будут. Блядь, что еще? Вот, ну чем еще меня разочаруете сегодня, Пепе Шнелли, what the fuck? Чем еще разочаруете меня сегодня? Что еще мне скажете такого? Пепе Шнелли, what the fuck? I could never thought that you're not gonna blindly follow me, guys. I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in my audience. Thank God you're not my mama. If I were your mama, you would be having the beautiful life. Not really full on money wise, but like, you know, really, really cool. I will go on your like school gatherings and stuff. Can you watch videos on South Park on motorcycle people? South Park? Woo? My boobs are bigger. I beg to differ.
Make up your mind.
Я тебя жалеет 5 причин возмущения. Не будешь пить мою харчу.
Otherwise, you'll be severely disappointed like many of the people who gave everything for Marlowe, now feeling like idiots. Thank you so much for watching until the end. I really appreciate it.
Imagine-
And if you want to see
Imagine Marlo's shrimps. Imagine Marlo's shrimps who was following. And they were like, you know, hoping for something from Marlo, and they're like, she's innocent, she didn't do anything, you're just a shithead, blah blah blah, she is innocent, you're just misogynistic. Marla, my girl, I love you. And then Marlo is coming out and she's just like, bro, I have a penis, I don't know, man. Man, why all of you having this? Why all of you follow? Why all of you subscribing to Zentreya for one freaking emote? I swear to fucking God! Give that. I see how it is. I see how it is. Pepsi, what the fuck? Pepsi, what the fuck? You keep bullying me. You keep. Pepsi, what the fuck? What the fuck? Pepsi, what the fuck? We need another video. As you see, I'm not drawing. I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been drawing for 2 streams already. But 2 streams in the meaning of 1 day. I've been streaming at the second channel as well today. So I kind of really like stream in general. How many? Almost 8 hours in total, I guess. So ha 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 ha. Pepsnet, what the fuck? Pepsnet. Others I watch are fans of her, rated her several times when I was there and I got them. I see. Second channel? Yeah, I do have a second channel. Let me. 24-hour stream. Pepsnet. No, on my birthday? Maybe? Before my birthday. I'm gonna do that before my birthday. I need to go on the countryside on my birthday. I like to spend my time, my birthdays on the countryside. Пепчнели. Но так оказывается золотом барксизм или как там? Кто? Что это? She hates us and streams on another channel. I do not hate you. I do not hate you. I'm just feeling insecure about my numbers on this channel. I just feel insecure and I want to save space when I don't feel anything about my numbers. It's up to Zen for 41 month. 41 month? What the fuck? Schneider people, what the fuck? But yeah, my second channel, where's the link I can give you? Like a really easy link. I sent it to my Discord already. Today actually. The post is still there. But my second channel called Gishichi, like this. Yes. Gishi morning, yurts. Good morning. Good morning. And for how long you're sub to me, Morin? For how long? I'm gonna look it up. Yeah. Is this a clue, Dazzle? What is this?
See 2 exclusive videos where I yap uploaded every month, as well as a lot of high quality art of my character. Make sure to check out my stacked page in the description and the pinned comment. Prices start at $1. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you next video whenever that is. Love you platonically.
What is this links? Oh, wait, is this links for my second channel? Pep Schneider, thank you. Hi, one comfort for what? I can give you comfort, like audio comfort. Do you want some ASMR? Do you want some ASMR? Oh, Russian. Yeah, it's in Russian. 5 months. 5 months only. It's like I'm actually drinking. How's your head? I really don't know. Am I feeling woozy?
Gishi,
Or am I
you can
feeling
have
chill? I don't
cheeseburger.
know. You know, it's like kind of borderline the same thing. Like, you know, when you feel extremely chill and zen, it's like you feel woozy. Or I do actually feel woozy because of me doing like this with my head constantly for the past, like, I don't know, hour. I really don't know, man. I really don't know. Yeah, probably the latter. See, I don't even need to drink, guys. I don't even need to drink to feel happy. I just need to basically to fill my brain, my head with the blood. Basically. Hello, Quantum. Hi. See if you still feel it some hours after stopping. Man, if I feel it some hours after stopping, I might have some mild concussion. No. Hey, City. Hi. That's not what I'm looking for, but it's 1K times better. See? It's an audio comfort, see? Молодец, Хейнтер. Продолжай в том же духе. Gipsy! Oh my fucking god, Gipsy, you're alive? You're alive? Gipsy, how are you? Holy shit, long
Why
time
you
no
not
see.
drinking, huh? You wanna die?
Thank you for the cheeseburger and a hydrate. I don't have anything to hydrate, by the way. I have only cough syrup. Should I hydrate with the cough syrup? Ландела, здорово, книга, здорово, привет. Привет, Дим, как ты себя чувствуешь? Здравствуй. Пепшнера, здравствуй, what the fuck? Yep, and sick help then? Maybe get some water? No, I don't think that I want some water. No, I think I'm okay. Pepsnella, I think I'm okay. Pepsnella. Almost 2 years? That is crazy. That is crazy, Pepsnella. Hey, Gipsy, how you doing? You guys know that meme? Jiggle, jiggle, pay attention. Yeah, jiggle, jiggle, pay attention. Back in the back, please. Что ты пьешь? Ничего я не пью. Что самое интересное, я ничего не пью. Я просто головой вот так вот мотаю уже ёбаный час, наверное. Мне кажется, у меня прилив крови в голове. Я пила энергетик. И сироп от кашля. Don't worry, guys. Don't worry. Nothing is gonna happen if some blood is just gonna flood into my head. Только когда пьешь, да нихуя! Вообще, нихуя! Ну что это как колокольчики на ветру фарфоровые? Да! А как ты сделала, чтобы моделька звук издавала? Это новый апдейт VTuber Studio. Сегодня вышел. Now I'm happy. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm glad that you're happy. See? That's what I'm hearing. You know? Came here to do. Get water, it will help with some woozy. I think I'm okay. Пошли доту. Какую доту? Я тут дзен поймала. Какой нахуй в доту, блять? Точно ли? What the fuck? Oh, by the way, I got a new gaming headphones. First time using the website to get something. Oh, did you got it already? Or did you just order it? Если продолжишь трястись, я усну под это. В этом и план. It's all according to plan. Там патч, А что там за шнейли пепе новый what the fuck патч? Пеп 4 у меня IQ падает, правильно? Так и надо. Пеп Шнель не нужен IQ. Пеп Шнель нужен только what the fuck. I wonder how many people actually fell asleep to this. Imagine they're gonna be like having some people from my chat gonna have like some problems with the sleep. They're gonna be like trying melatonin and all that stuff. Nothing is gonna help them, blah blah blah. And one day they just decided to go on my channel, just you know, because they weren't able to fall asleep once again. And they just tried, like, you know, they just see this, they just hear this, and they're falling asleep. Imagine this. For the first time in forever, they're falling asleep in the right time. Пепшнели. Там Леон с руки пьет 1500 урона. Пока, блять. Пепшнели, what the fuck? What the fuck, шнели Пепе? Это уже СМР какой-то, а почему нет? Remember I told you guys that I want to do ASMR content? I think it's going to be my first entry. Have I fallen asleep, Savage? Would sleep if I wasn't getting ready to do so right now? See? Upload part of the VOD as ASMR nice, actually. Actually, we need something like this, right? Hi Gishi, hi Axel. Hi Max, how you doing? Doing fine, doing amazing, I hope. Pipsnare, what the fuck? Pipsnare. I'm actually gonna release it as ASMR. How about that? How about that, guys? Are you gonna watch it? I'm gonna fucking release today ASMR, just me, like on the black screen or something like this, so you're gonna be able to fall asleep at it more easily. Like 1 hour of me just like jingling in my head like this. How about that? Yep, I was scared that I won't come and ask my sister, use website lots of the times how long I usually take. She said like 6 days. Aww, she helped you. That's so nice. А то вообще можно твое имя называть или ты шифруешься как айдол? Нельзя мое имя называть. У витюберов нельзя называть их настоящие имена. Да, я, пожалуй, буду жестко засыпать под это. Хорошего стрима, спокойной сладкой ночи, набирай сил, здоровья, Геша поет. Спасибо большое, я покушаю, возможно, потом пепшнеля. Но я кушала перед стримом пепшнеля ватафа, поэтому я не думаю, что мне нужно ватафа что-то есть еще пепшнеля. Wait, we call this ASMR? Yes, it is ASMR. How you doing, Max? Max just disappeared. Rest in peace, Max. Your name is Georgie. My name is Pepshnela, what the fuck? Don't fuck over your health. I'm not. Stop. Yeah, Pepshnela. I'm never gonna stop Pepshnela, what the fuck? Sure, but drink some water after if you're gonna shake your head for an hour. Maybe take breaks and use some editing to the virus, yeah. Maybe. Is it actually gonna like do any harm to my like neck joints or something? I need to know, you know? Pepshnela, what the fuck? I need to know. Is it gonna actually harm me? Because if it's gonna harm me, I need to know. Aisaka Gishi 8, 20 days, stop moving your head, Gishi, no. Yes. What was that? Don't fuck over your health. Maybe I do have some sort of the autism, maybe I'm on the spectrum, for sure. Best to operate on the assumption it is. Fair. Pepsnelle. Gish Pepe, what the fuck? Pepsnelle, what the fuck? Was in 3 days or 2? Isn't been 6 days? Oh, so you're gonna get it like in 3 days or so? It's a gigantic somyo? Only need to deviate from the norm enough and bam. I don't think so. But you need to wait for 6 days. And you said it's been already 3 days or so? If you have it, is a high function. Really? So I cannot have like it on the little percentage or something? Pepsnelle. By the way, is it the normal volume for the jingles like this or not? Isn't it too loud? Or normal? Been here for like 5 days. Ah, how is it? I'd say it's about normal. Okay. I don't think that I'm highly functioning. If I do have autism, I don't think that I highly function. My function is solid shit. Autism that doesn't mess too much with your functioning, those the high functioning, as you are still be able to be normal. Huh? I'm confused. Didn't get the fullest expectations, but still good. Nice. Was it like not pricey at least? Essential autism, right? Okay. So am I like autistic at the end of the day? I don't know. Пепшнеля. I don't know. Знаете, что я скажу врачу, если он скажет, что у меня аутизм? Скажу, Пепшнеля, what the fuck? Autism. Is it going to be like Nintendo Switch in plastic? Like it's just going to be in plastic? And going to be less flexible if I'm light? Pep Schneider! What the fuck? За что? I wonder if the reason why you still move into your head because you have autism. I wonder as well, you know? Or because I actually just feel like mildly concussion or something like this because of actually how much I'm already moving my head back and forth like this. Don't eat plastic for what? For Pep Schneider, what the fuck? Maybe at Spectrum and I'm not unprofessional, I just have known people with it. I'm pretty sure, yes, I'm on the Spectrum. For what? For Pep Schneider, what the fuck? Or 6-7. Whatever you like more. Maybe take a break, we'll watch the video and you rest, actually. I can watch like a little video or sorts. I don't know. Do you wanna watch videos anymore? I hate you. Thank you. I 6-7 you too. Well, it's 150 SAR, most sales it goes 1k. Oy. Wait, what's SAR in dollars? I've eaten plastic years ago, may not recommend. Why the fuck did you eat the plastic? Bitch, now what the fuck? Why the fuck did you eat plastic for? Have you did you try to like decompose it? did you just try to like go full on echo? I wonder if I'm gonna eat plastic, is it gonna like stay in my body forever? Or my stomach acid will be able to actually deal with it?
Why you not drinking, huh? You wanna die?
Песня what the fuck, thank you, Domi. А у меня нет ничего пить, у меня больше нет ничего. We're full of microplastic. Pipsnella, can I make like transformer figurine out of all of this plastic, microplastics? Can I make it like to the gigaplastic and make the Gundam toy out of it? Sure, nice. Size of that Arabia roots our currency. I know, like how many it's in dollars? Okay, I will not get out of the fucking candy, so I fucking give up. Candy? Candidate's nuts? Pump nut biodegradable and you already have it? Well, plastic dolls. I'm like Barbie? Man, I'm so fucking happy. I love Barbie dolls. I mean, not really that much. There's so many dolls that are better than Barbie, essentially, actually. But oh man, I like Barbie dolls. I have a bunch of them. I have like 10 of them or so. Pep Snail, what the fuck? I might actually mind like a concussion myself. I wonder. $26? That's nice. That's nice. My headphones cost $26 or so, I think. I think even cheaper, by the way. The ones that I'm currently using. Type snake, what the fuck? Never mind the video, I was thinking it looks political. No! She got the bell, I got the bell. Good morning. Wait, were you awake? Isn't it too early for you, Pep Schneider? What the fuck? Isn't it too early for you? I think I'm actually might like uncussed myself already. So she's giving herself a concussion to the point she's acting out, sis. I don't think I'm acting autistic exactly because of this. I'm just unleashing my full autistic potential. PS Plus with games? PS Plus? What's PS Plus? What's PS Plus? Is it like a subscription? No, I think I actually might have concussed myself a little. Since it's been already 3 hours, and I already streamed on another channel, I think I did my quota of sorts. So I think we can actually let me go for a little, so to speak. Pep Snider, what the fuck? Pep Snider. And stop the bell. I don't want to stop the bell though. I will actually make the fucking asset out of it. We're gonna call it autistic time. I'm gonna call it Pep Snider with the flat time. I'm gonna call it that. Okay, let's see who we can rate today. How about that? How about that, Pep Snider with the fun? Pep Snider with the fun. Do you want to Snider or Pepe? Help. Don't ask for help from him. Don't ask help from him. Sucks over the. Okay, let's see who can read Pep Snider with the phone. Let's see. She likes her bells. I do like my bells. Yes. I might be not a band, but I do like my bells. Thank you very much. Oh. What did I do? You know? What? What do I know? Didn't know it was a smart day today. It just happened at the end of the stream. No, I think you're gonna be in the same state of mind if you're gonna shake your hand like this for like hour. Whenever I make this part of the video on YouTube, this is my waters actually. What's your rate? What is this song? Oh my god, let me change this. Oh, what the fuck? That's what the fuck? Anyways. Anyway. And for Buzz, say get some water. I will. Some water though, not a lot. Because why do I need to get a lot of water, right? If I'm gonna get a lot of water, I'm gonna get even woozier if I'm gonna like take the jinkle, right? So I don't need to get a lot of water, obviously, so right? Understand what the fuck, right? Oh, there's someone doing Blender stream. Let me check. Okay. They're gonna teach him maybe. Or not. No. Find something like ISMR maybe. Like me. I'm the most ISMR VTuber ever, right? At least one of the better ones I heard. Really? Yuppie! Yuppie! Guess I got the voice for it. Really? I got an ASMR voice? Like the voice for the ASMR? That's cool. I cannot find someone to raid, man. We cannot raid Pikachu again, right? Let me see something in just arts. Art and VTuber. Here I go. Let's see. Alright, I'm on to my there. Wait a second. Stay for the raid. You're gonna get more redeem points. Stay for the raid. Please. Push. Push. Fair enough. Okay, let's go. I think I know. Yes, I know who we're gonna raid. Wait. There you go. So this is raid message. This is separate message. Here we go. Okay, thank you everyone for being here with me today. Thank you so much to all the Schneider that with the fall. Thank you so much. I really did enjoy our stream today. If you want to see more Gishi, there is a second channel of mine called Gishi Mania. We mainly talk in Russian there, so if you have hard time with English, that is perfect option for you. And I'm more relaxed there for sure. So yeah, thank you everyone. Remind me please of doing the ASMR. Because I think it's actually a good idea. Thank you everyone. I hope you have a great day. I'm really thankful for your time. And that was all for today. The next stream is on Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. So yeah, thank you everyone. Всем огромное спасибо, что были сегодня со мной. Следующий стрим в четверг. Следующий стример англоязычный, потом, пожалуйста, используем английский язык и эмоты. У меня также есть второй канал Гишимани, там я говорю в основном на русском, поэтому если вам хочется что-то более легкого, вам туда. Спасибо вам огромное, всем спасибо и всем пока! Бай-бай! Бай-бай-бай-бай! Чили-чили! Бай! Пока!